Hello everybody, welcome back. Today, I'm setting up something in particular. So I'm just having to have a fiddle around with this to make sure that it is all going to work. So there's a automated, this is a sponsored stream. And I'm just trying to make sure it works. This is actually like an automated one. It's not something that I've really done before, which is kind of cool. And it's with AMD. I'm trying to get this to work. Money week. Yes. We're doing experiments today, or this week. We're basically experimenting on how much money we can make in total throughout the week. And it's basically like, so I'll show you where we've got to so far. Let me see. Where's my I've been keeping track a bit. So at the beginning, so Monday, this all started because I went from not having much money because I spent it all on Bitcoin farm GPUs. Like I wasn't ever expecting really to get the third level of the Bitcoin farm, but we did manage to get that item in labs when I did play it, despite the pain of those particular streams. Didn't get the Intel Center one, but did get the solar one. After getting the solar one, I had to buy a whole bunch of stuff. So I bought like 30 GPUs or whatever and went down to 6 million. And I was like, okay, well, I probably just need to buckle down and make some more money just because it's low enough that, if something fun happens, like if you need to buy, whatever, off the flea and it's like 5 mil, you know how Tarkov's events go. So it's like, I won't be able to participate because I don't have enough cash. So I wanted to boost up my cash levels a bit and went from 6 mil to 20 odd mil really, really quickly. I was like a week and a half maybe or something, which is it was pretty insane how fast it went up. And I was like, you know what, this is actually giving me an idea, like a video idea, because people always ask me how do I make money? And I say all the usual stuff, go and do a scav run, go into your hideout, build your hideout out, make sure you're making efficient loadouts and whatnot. But I didn't really know exactly how it all was going to go down precisely because I never really measured it. So I've put a few different categories through. So when I started, I had 41 million. And that was after some really good raids on the streets. So this is quite a while after I had the original idea. So I had 41 million at the beginning. As you can see now, basically it's 60 mil. So that is from, it's actually quite incredible. It's just it's just because of the way the economy is right now, in Tarkov, it's actually insane. So yeah, Monday morning we had 41 million. As of Thursday morning, we've kind of got 60 mil. And this is with my usual schedule, by the way. I'm not doing anything too crazy. So let me see if I can just pull this up quickly. Show you lot what is going on here. Let's get ourselves into this thing. Cut. Check that one. This one. Here we go. There you go. That's the one. So this is where we're at so far. So obviously Bitcoin's making a ton. The most important one so far has been the raids. We've been playing streets primarily. And this has been really, really profitable. Scav runs, though, you can see how good they are. So I've segregated these two out because people are kind of asking questions about it. So this is Scav on Factory, where I go around and actually try and maximize the map. This one is where I literally just run to the exit. And what I've done is I'm counting how many times I've done each of these things as well, and the average. So if I go around the whole map and try and get as much money as I can out of all of the stuff on there, and I'm prioritizing being fast still, but you get an average of 370k. If I just run through and then sell the stuff that's good to the flea market and sell the other stuff that's bad to the traders, I'm not min-maxing every last little piece, but I'm just doing the sensible things. Right? I'm not selling ULAX to Ragman, for example, or to Fence. And that gets you about 160k per run, which is quite good. But other than that, Bitcoin is obviously a huge one. I'm missing a formula here because I changed my sheet, but it's fine. That one is, yeah, we know how much a Bitcoin costs, so I've done 5 of those, and it's made a ton of money. And that's actually kind of weird that it's 5, because then that would imply that it's over $1 million each. Maybe I've done something wrong. I need to go back and have a look at that. But either which way, why would that be the case? Kind of intrigued now. Anyway, we know how much Bitcoin is, so we made a ton of money doing Bitcoin stuff. Yeah, maybe I miscategorized something. Is hideout count based on everything cycling or one thing completing? This is on. This is the thing. It's it's kind of hard, right? So this is an average kind of when I go in to touch, I'm trying not to like pick up every single craft. And it's like, okay, like now I've got 4, I'll go and do it. So it's like every time I go into the hideout and like do stuff, I'm like recording that as a line, you know, when I go through and like cycle things. That's kind of the deal. So like now with 4 there, I'd probably go and put it in as a line or whatever. So are you playing on AMD? I do actually play on AMD. Yes, I indeed do. So today's stream is sponsor stream. We'll probably talk about it a little bit later, but there should be every 20. If this is all working correctly, which I'm trying to figure out also on the side whether it is working. It says active. Okay, so this must be working now. Good. I've never done like an automated. I've never done an automated one before like this, which is it's actually really cool. It's like a really cool sponsorship thing. And I was like, well, hell, I use AMD myself anyway, and like anytime anyone asks about Tarkov CPUs, I just always plug AMD. So it's kind of an obvious thing to do. So there's like a little banner thing, and then a bit later on we're going to talk about like some AMD CPUs. GPU also? No, I have a NVIDIA GPU. I think for streamers, I think the fact that you get like NVENC and stuff, I just feel that the technology is just a little bit like further on the GPUs for streamers. I think for actual like ordinary gamers, I think AMD GPUs are actually quite good because they have more memory. NVIDIA's GPUs are just like starved of memory for like no real reason. But yeah, AMD ones have got quite a lot on there. So in some ways, if you're just playing, then you can actually benefit from that in Tarkov. So yeah. Right, so what else are you guys saying? That's why I will cycle through. Was it a conscious decision not to account the accrued raid time for the various categories? So you could do rubles per hour stat. That'd be kind of hard, I guess. It just takes even longer, I suppose. I think like I wanted to get a rough idea. Like I don't need it to be like completely pristine, like 100% perfect. I just wanted to make sure that let me just check that my spreadsheet's actually up to date, by the way, that I'm in the right zone for this. 052. Yes, this is right. Okay. We'll do like a hideout cycle. And then I'll measure it down. But I wanted to make it like reasonable. It doesn't need to be like pristine, but I want it to be reasonable. Oh, we're going to be buying some more sugar using this barter. I'm actually starting to run out of these 1,000,000. Okay, cool. Then 169. Nearly got our own water finishing up here. Because what's that going to be? So that's like, they're like 16.5 per. So it's like times 5 times 2. 165k. So then if you buy one of these for 160k, that makes it 325k. And I'm normally selling these at 400. So like it's well worth buying these water canisters then at this point. Like if you do the barter, you can definitely make money doing this stuff with the moonshine. Like I think like typically people's idea of moonshine, and like that was my previous idea of moonshine, was that, oh, you can't really make money with moonshine because the prices just kind of match up and it's not really worth it. Whereas like now, because I think maybe because of the way that Bitcoin has gone, like moonshines are now, you know, insane, like 400k, which is just like madness. So it definitely is worth doing. Great timing, just woke up. Yo. Yeah, Streets is all about CPU. Yeah, having a 7800 X3D and can confirm just eats up anything Tarkov throws at it. Yes, exactly. The only issue is that I'm on AM4, so I would have to go and like do the thing, right, and upgrade my whole computer. I want to go up to AM5 is the issue for me. So it's like, you know, you're trying to decide like when to do that. Like for right now, like for me, the 5800 X3D is fine. But if I was going to upgrade to another system, it would be the 7800 X3D. And jump up, you get faster RAM. Like everything's just better. Everything's just better. But I'd need a new motherboard and new RAM. Like literally the only thing that would stay the same is my GPU. Kind of a shame. And probably my cooler. As a major hideout min-maxer, I deprioritize looting raids. And I'm confident that's where most of the dosh comes from. Yeah, like it is and it isn't. Like in doing the experiment, I've sort of been surprised. Actually, I've sort of been, let's put it this way. I've been surprised slightly as to how little has come from the hideout. Like I kind of thought that more would come from the hideout. And I don't mean that in terms of like, you know, including Bitcoin, because what I'm doing is I'm separating out the Bitcoin farm, you see, to try to like isolate where these things come from. Because I feel like Bitcoin's like a little bit different. Bitcoin farm is like one of the biggest money makers. So together, the hideout does make the most, I would think, outside of actually just going into raid and like playing and whatever. But if you strip out the Bitcoin, like you do have to do quite a lot of work to get the other stuff to make money, relatively speaking. So if you don't need to, it probably is like one of the lower grade things to do. I mean, yeah, if you want to like make the most money that you can, obviously you want to do all the things that you have access to. But it's probably one of the like lower important ones, I think, the Hideout, which like outside of the Bitcoin farm. But the Bitcoin farm you don't really have to maintain, right? You just sell a coin every now and then when it comes in. So it's pretty easy. Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I mean, yeah, if we go to the chart still, so the Hideout was like, so of the 19 million, the Hideout itself was 2. The Bitcoin farm was 5. That is with 50 cards though, to be fair. I have like a 50 card Hideout here. But this is, you know, this is very expensive, so it kind of needs to pay itself back. The raids themselves was 7. Scav run-throughs was like 4. And then factory run-throughs was like nearly 1 million for doing 5 runs. So, yeah, I don't know. It's still good. Like, I still think it's good. It's kind of like, that's what I thought about the averages. Like, every time I sort of touch the Hideout, roughly, I tend to make about 100k on pure average. So, like that one, for example, like buying the stuff and then selling the stuff, we're at 59530,725. So that is a gain of, or did I lose money on that? I might actually have lost money on that. Yeah, I think I lost money on that one because I bought one of, I didn't have a moonshine to sell, but I did buy a water filter previously. Actually, no, I didn't buy a water filter this time, but I bought a pile of water there. I sold like a few bits, but I didn't sell a moonshine. So that's like part of the reason why. And I bought a millywide croutons, like 60k there. Like sometimes, this is the thing, sometimes it's like a negative line. So it averages out like a bit lower. It's kind of interesting. Any tips for Psycho Sniper? A lot of people are doing like 3 runs on. We'll just do a factory run for ease for the time being. A lot of people are doing like 3 kills on factory or something, and then taking the 2 elsewhere, like taking their time with it, just to like speed up the process a bit. Because you can just run like factory's almost a bit like a 50% roll like RNG machine. You just go like 50%, 50%, 50%. Okay, I've done it 50% like 3 times. If you're a god on factory, like yeah, you can do it all on factory if you want. But you're like, fine, I'll roll the first 3, and then I'll take my time and do the slow thing later. Because you could do the slow thing, but for all 5, it takes a long time. Agree process is a better example for the average player. Yeah, I wanted to make the experiment like, not like, if somebody comes to me and says, oh, I don't think the Hideout's worth it. And I say, well, if you sit there and you min-max like, the set, you pile up like 50 meds at the same time, and then you analyze where the peak of the thing, like that person isn't going to do that stuff. So I feel that this is a bit more representative. I'm trying to sell the items as they come in at the most expensive price I can get away with that clears it out straight away so I can write it down. But I think it's more... I think it's more representative for people who are skeptical, right? People who are like hardcore Hideout believers and Hideout min-maxers. Like, they don't really need this analysis because they're going to do that anyway. So. 5800 XVD should eat it anyways. I mean, it's by far the best chip for M4. Like, if you got M4 card, like this is a crappy loadout. So on this one, I'm not going to do a run through this time. Sounds like these people are over in gate 3, so hopefully I can just loot the rest of the map. I'll go around and like, you can see how much extra value you get by like picking up a few other things in here. But if you weren't going to do a run, you're better off doing a run through and selling it to fence than like not doing a run at all. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes I'll just do a straightforward run through because I'm like working on something. So I'm spending most of my time like sitting looking at the loading screen or whatever. A lot of crap going on over there. Great guys, thank you, Fraggy. Are you rich again yet? Yes. We're absolutely balling now at this point. I mean, it's quite easy now that the Bitcoin has gone like crazy. Bitcoin price has gone crazy. Because like when you get out of raid, you sell everything and everything's like, everything costs like a ton of money. So well, let's just have a quick flicker out. I think these people are on the other side. So they're either in like gate 3 area or they're on the other end of the office. So probably less likely to come here. And there's scouts in the way, so I'll get a little bit of warning. Oh. Mr. Man stole my thing. Okay, that's fine. Okay, there's nothing else there. Sometimes there's a toolbox there. Ah, there's a weapons box here actually. There we go. Rubbish. Do some of these things I'll just take and then I'll just sell them to fence, but that's fine. It's no big deal. Right, and then are we within the run through? We are. What does motorboat do in PC? No idea. What do you mean? Got my 5800X3D in the mail. Fantastic. Great chip. I love it. I love that chip. Okay, so of these things, so Parliament, so like all of this stuff is valuable. I'll use this in crafting. That's valuable as well. This as well. Like this, I probably can't be bothered to sell this. I'll just absorb this. This is where like some of the analysis gets a little bit tricky because it's like, you know, at what point do you go, oh, I'm like not selling this stuff necessarily. I'm like using it in crafting. It kind of like has a crossover with crafting instead. Becomes a little bit complicated in that way. I'll just sell these defenses. Like not really worth much. Worth it to trade sodium for an IFAC? I guess it just depends on what the price is. I guess no, I imagine. But just finished a 7-hour shift at midnight. It feels so good to press a clock off. Well done. You made it. What scav case do you use? I'm using the like 2.5K one at the moment, just because it's like definitely profitable. I don't think it's necessarily the best. I think like the Eternal Wisdom is either the next one up or the one above that, like 95K. But I've had like some really rough times with 95K, so I'm feeling, I'm not feeling very enamored with it. Oh. Okay, we'll repair this guy. And sell that. I'll probably just sell it like this. You know, sometimes you can sell these things for more. I was like, some people were talking about it in my Discord actually, that sometimes you can sell these items for more broken because people are using them to up their weapon repair skill, which is quite funny. It's like more valuable sometimes to do that. It's kind of nuts. We'll get rid of all these things. Actually, you know, I think that's probably... Is that the trader price for Hawk? Yeah, it is. There's no point wasting a slot. 20k. What's Peacekeeper do for this? 136. That's probably about right. What does Therapist... No, she doesn't actually buy them. I'm not counting, like, dollars, so that's kind of a shame. Maybe I will... Maybe I will sell it. I don't know. I don't even know what they're used for, other than... Yeah. They're not used for anything, really, other than, like, this weird thing. Yeah, people don't really use them for much anymore. 5, 10. Gonna run out of slots and it's pain. And then yeah, I'll just sink the meds at the bottom. That's really cheap actually for Parla meds. I will actually leave that one. We'll leave that one. But I probably shouldn't though. For the purposes of the test, I shouldn't. I should sell everything really. I'll see if I can offload this. Of course, Bitcoin price is driving inflation. Yes, correct. Bitcoin drives like most things in this because it means that people have like loads of money, like tons of cash. Did you go to school for like math or finance? The detail taking a ledger for the hideout. So I have a science background, but then I worked in finance for a while. So that's kind of the combination. I'm a scientist, but a professional finance person. Hello, first time here, love YouTube videos. Thank you, MNCC. Welcome in. Welcome in. What's got stuck? Has anything got stuck? The leather cap. Oh, did I put this in the wrong place? No, not quite. Oh, okay, well maybe that'll sell. Maybe that'll sell. That's actually a really high price. I sort of brain dead put that up without thinking about it. I'm not actually sure if that will sell. I hope it does. I hope so. When did you get the money case? Dude, it's like Therapist 4. I don't know why. They put it really high up. Really annoying. It's like Therapist 4. It's a pain. I don't know why they did that. Anyway, so I'll just stick this in for now. 5, 3. So that was a scav run, but that was like a proper scav run. That was not a run through. That was like an actual scav run. Scav run. Factory. That was like 208k, not including that helmet thing. Okay, fine. So what were we doing? As you can see, I was in the middle of making a video about the RPD. I'm not going to keep it any secrets. That's what I'm making next. So that's why my game is like full of random junk. The RPD and loads of ammo. I was doing a little test to prove or at least a showcase, because I kind of know this is true anyway. Doing a showcase of the fact that the RPD cannot jam. Not possible to jam the RPD. It's kind of nutty, right? It's like the PPSH. It's open bolt. There's no bullet here anywhere. When you load it in, you always have to like rack the weapon straight off the bat. Oh, and I was using this because it's got a 2x2 in it. I was like just proving something. Okay. We want to probably go back to our Thunderbolt. This one actually. Ah, yes, that's where my okay. I unnecessarily did that magazine, but that's fine. AFAC, what's the thing? We'll just go and play. We'll go and do a bit more. I just am really enjoying Streets of Tarkov. I just think it's so much fun. Really, really enjoying that map right now. Super cool. Have we got enough money? Yeah, 208k. And obviously it's like great for cash. It's great for cash. Still repairing it yourself is probably more valuable than different rebuilds. It depends whether you want the skills or not. Depends whether you want the skills. Right, let's give it a go. Yeah, we were playing with the SKS. That's what we were doing last time. So we're going to carry on with that a little bit. I'm actually very tempted. After playing with the RPD, I'm very tempted to try to build like a 100 round build for like 556 or something. Money case to scam unless you have 15 mil. I mean, yeah. I think you can get them in the unmarked rooms, maybe. It does have a mag. It does have a mag. Just really dark. Are you a full-time YouTuber? Yes. Yes. I mean, no, to be fair, I have been for like nearly 2 years. Having absurd amount of wallets is silly. Yes. Will your money-making video include storage tips? I hadn't thought about that. But it could do. Could do. Unlearn Streets since getting a new PC. Hey. No jam even at less than 50. Nope. It literally can't jam in this game. Can't jam. Enjoy a map with 80 FPS with 40 FPS dips in 2024. Yeah. I don't care really. Everybody has that, to be honest. Most people. I just kind of get on with it. What are you playing on MNC? What rig? Is there a certain quest or quest line you'd like to get rid of? I just don't like Tarkov Shooter, but that's because I don't like bolties. All the bolty quests, I don't care about them at all. I'm gonna run a DMR thinking something bigger than 762. I mean, this is really good. Like this gun is honestly great. Like it's very low recoil, 60 recoil or something on the SKS, I think. Maybe even less. Love to see more 556 or 762 LMGs. Yeah, that would be fun. What did you do before YouTube? Yeah, as I said before, so I have like a background in science, but then I went and I worked in finance for a while, doing like lots of spreadsheets and data and stuff like that, which is no surprise to anybody. Anytime I say it, like everyone's just like, yeah, well, obviously. Like the most obvious thing ever. Watch your video on YouTube. Keep it up. Thank you, Master. Thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, I should get rid of Discord actually. Let me get rid of Discord. And Paint. Okay, got to try and control the memory usage on this map. I'm the same career-wise. Love Excel, SQL, and Power BI. I don't know what Power BI is. I'm not really a coder. Is the issue? Like I can sort of code, but I never really learned any particular language. The best that I did was MATLAB at uni, and that was like the main thing that I used to use. I've done like little bits of. I never really learned VBA, which is kind of the issue with Excel. Like I'm very formula heavy. It just felt like too much of an investment in time to have to like do. I tend to do like really obscure things, just all with formulas in the sheet. It's just like in an avoidance of VBA, just like make the most complicated Excel spreadsheet possible. VBA is a pain, right? Like it breaks, then it debugs, and there's a line thing missing, or whatever. It's just like it's so annoying. Excel's so much better as like a prototype. Like, just the base Excel is so much better as a prototyping tool most of the time. Yeah, I don't really consider myself much of like a computer scientist, particularly. Not in like a programming way, anyway. I'm in IT, which means I get to work while I watch the stream. Great. Loving the RSAS and the SVDS. Interesting. Very big and heavy guns. Those are quite hard to use. You don't want to think about MATLAB anymore? Okay. We're at this one. This is one I quite like this opening. What headset have I got on? Contact 4 is good. So this gun has, yeah, 60 recoil. Because somebody can spawn like pretty... Oh, that's actually kind of nasty. Maybe I do want to move forwards a bit. I quite like looting this area like uninterrupted. Typically, if no one's come at the beginning, and usually they won't, I quite like just making sure that I'm not going to get jumped and then looting. Just makes things a lot less stressful, in my opinion. I think it's... I don't know why, like, a lot of people don't really seem to come this way. Despite the fact that I always do when I'm in the other spawn. So, same here, VBA only if I can't sort it out with Formulate. Yeah, true. Exactly. And then I spend like half my life on like Stack Overflow trying to make it work. I never really understood VBA. I don't know, I just like... Guessing you were pretty smart in uni. Well, the problem with the world, right, is that like... I felt pretty smart in school. But as you kind of specialize down and like do harder stuff, you realize there's like a lot of other people out there like you know? You're like a big fish in a little pond, and then you go out into the wider world and you kind of like figure out your like it's weird. It's sort of weird going from being like one of the smarter people to being just like very normal. And that like typically happens eventually. There we go. Okay, fine. I don't think there's anybody coming. That typically happens eventually to, you know, most people who are like academic or like quote unquote smart, right, at school and whatever. Where's that? Okay, there's somebody over at like Pinewood, whatever. We'll just ignore it. It's at the crossroads, I think. Ignore that. You know, like I definitely met people in my life that I'm just like, you know, you're like I consider myself like pretty good at like logic, science, mathematics, that kind of thing. And I've met people who I'm just like, you know, your mathematics is on like another level. Like I will never achieve the level of just like intuition that you have with numbers. And I consider myself like highly numerical. And it's like, it's humbling, right? And it's good. It's good to realize that, I think, in some ways. All the food. I wanted some intel or something. Contact 4's worth it on a map like Streets? I think so, because the sight lines are quite long. Like, you can hear where people are, like, from quite far away. You don't need it necessarily. I think they're probably more worthwhile on a map like Woods, obviously, or Shoreline outside. You hear people from a mile away. But, like, on the streets, you know, like... Would I hear somebody coming out of Terror Group building before they hear me walking around? Like, probably. That's probably 100 meters, right? Maybe, yeah, maybe 80. I don't know. Maybe 80. The walking distances is like 70. So the difference between 50 meters, 70 meters, like, through here, it probably matters. Probably matters. Can we see the SKS build? Yeah, sure. I'll just open it up. There you go. I think this is the lowest recoil you can get. The suppressors are the same stats, so I just picked the one that looked cooler. And then it's a UAS build. Like it's really basic, right? So the UAS build with the pistol grip on it. I think maybe you can get this to be the sniper one if you want, but 51 I was like whatever. And I put a TAC 30 on it. It's just this UAS build. UAS SKS. I did it from the barter actually. 3 weapons parts, and you can just get this gun. And then you just add a few bits, and that's it. Like super easy. It shoots real straight. I'm not a big semi-auto guy really, but did I forget to bring? I forgot to bring green flare. Always. Always. Engineering school is a great place to realize how many people are just absurdly smart. Uh-huh. Yep. For sure. For sure. For postgrad. I know too much of people who are just many tiers above me, kind of intoxicated being around them. You know what though? It's good, right? It's good being... Oh, stay landing key. That's for check 15. It's good, right? Because you like bring yourself up. What do they say? Like surround yourself with people better than you, or people smarter than you. Like, you bring yourself up by being with people who are like, you know, smart or like thinking a different way or whatever. Like that's That's the good thing about those kind of things. You learn a lot just from other people about the way that they learn. Like, even if you're you're never going to be, like, quite the same. It still helps. For sure. Heard that shot. I thought it was something weird going on there. It seems okay. Seems okay. Right, what else we got going on in here? D-plugs and all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, so I guess, like, with the whole, like, lack of green flare thing, you need to think a little bit. So crash site. Oh, we got crash site. Okay. Fine. We'll just slowly make our way towards crash site then, I suppose. Crash site is a fine exit. Just so, as long as you're, like, aware of it early, it's okay. To be clear, I'm not one of those really smart ones. I learned a lot from them. No, I'm sure. I understand. I understand. I'm lucky to get into engineering at uni, and I'm bad at maths, so I cooked. Like, it is mathematical. I don't know. It depends what you mean by bad, and like, you'll need to learn some for sure. I honestly feel that, like, a lot of people think that they're bad at maths or whatever. I think that mathematics is just taught quite badly in general. I've also had some people who are, like, super smart who just can't teach. Not always. Sometimes it's actually it feels like correlated. The people who are, like, the smartest are, like, the least capable at teaching. Not always, obviously. There are some outliers, but in my experience, some of the best teachers are the kind of more, like, the more average of, in terms of, you know, ability, I guess you would say. That's like being unfair, but that's the easiest way to put it. Yeah, because they're not the same skills. Exactly. Junkman's, like, hit the nail on the head. They're not the same skills at all. Teaching is its own set of skills. It requires things that, like, being smart don't, right? How do flares even worked? You just shoot. So you have to shoot it up at, like, a 45-degree angle. You have to go to, like, a certain area of the map and then fire the flare, and then you can leave. But it's a bit touch and go. Well, they don't tell you to play any engineers about it, man. The thing is, you don't have to be, like, a math genius to be an engineer. You don't need to be a math genius, right? There's, like, engineering, and I presume... I've not done any engineering because my background is in physics, but I can speak to physics, because physics and engineering is... I mean, I'm going to, like, commit heresy here, but they're sort of analogous in some ways. But they're very conceptual, right? It's, like, mainly about problem solving, and then the mathematics comes later. That's, like, very much the thing that links the two together, I would say. Like, both of them are... mathematicians always say and always joke that engineering and physics are just applied maths at the end of the day. And it's like, there is a truth to that. Oh, God. Ooh, how has no one cleared out the snipers? Where did he run to? He, like, ran, like, halfway along the thing. Is he shooting at me? I can't actually even tell. Can't even tell. Funny. Well, we'll go through here. Yeah, I'll just do my usual route, and then we'll go, like, round theatre. I think that's kind of... We'll just go the long way around the map. Kind of fine. I'll close this so people don't know I'm here. There's a functional difference between the OP SKS and the SKS. These days, you can actually add this thing. I can't show you. It's called the SKS Leapers UTG. So not anymore, but you didn't have, like, because before you had to have the dovetail to mount anything, except for, like, on the handguard, which I hate. But you don't need to do that now because of this Leapers mount, which is actually really sick. Yeah, learning how to solve problems is more important than being good at math. Exactly. I agree. A lot of... I can't really tell where that is. Bad professional athletes seem to make good head coaches. Again, they're unrelated skills, aren't they? Like, actually being good at the sports, whatever. Jeez. I'm at a disadvantage being on the left hand. And they've got a full auto gun. Which is kind of annoying. I feel like, is it Kollontai down there? Body sense there to look right. I don't think so. There were a load of shots, and then there were bullet holes in the wall. I don't think it was necessarily that secret. Can you jump into here? No. I'm utilizing this new feature to reload without having to these around. Engineering requires practical physics, true. Kind of like mechanics or whatever. You can vault over? Or maybe you can. Ow. Without the laser, it makes it kind of hard. I didn't mean to run out of stamina there. That's very unfortunate. I'm kind of seeing whether there's any way that we can spot this guy from over here and just like take him out. Because like with the SKS, I'm not really in the mood for just like face planting my way into a dude with a full auto gun. That's just not, I don't think that's going to end well for me. But we can go high, nice and high. And try to spot him through here, potentially. So where was he exactly? He was over by far side. Rip my BP. That's a random scav, fine.
Нет никого! Нет никого!
If that's downstairs or up here. I can't really tell. Did it come up, Dale? Did it just come up? I was looking at the screen rather than at the stream overlay. Yes, I do have an AMD sponsor. Yes, today's stream is sponsored by AMD, which is awesome because I talk about AMD all the time on stream anyway. That must be downstairs, surely. Surely. Yeah, so this dude who we saw before, so he was over here. He'd probably be on like the far left side. At the back. clearly hasn't come out though. I don't know. Like I probably can't be bothered to, you know, sit around and try and kill him. Maybe I'll just like take out the other scavs, take my XP, and then leave. Something like that. Top tier sponsor. Yeah, thank you. And for the stream, it's quite like I don't, you know, I've not done like too many. A lot of scavs. Yeah, I've not done too many like sponsored stuff for the stream. It's like nice to start doing some of that actually, especially for something that like I believe in, right? Which is great because as you all know, as most people know, I have the 5800 XCD, which is a super duper AMD CPU. They basically just like taken over with that chip. So powerful. For the price, at least. But we'll have a look at this a little bit later. Like maybe when we come out of this raid, we can go and hit the landing page. You know. Yeah, that's just another gap down below. Fine. let's just do whatever at this point. Go loot this bit. I got caught out of this window one time. This is the window that scares me kind of the most when I'm like creeping around, or one of them at least. There's like another balcony upstairs, I think, in the restaurant, which is also very scary. Yeah, buddy. Not too bad. Yeah, must be in here.
Да, хули.
I'm not particularly good at the point fire without the old ye olde laser on. Does make it slightly sus. That could be our friend. Culling. Weird culling. Alright. Let's just like pick up a few. Oh, there's no dead scav here. We'll go and check through what these guys have got, because sometimes scavs have good loadouts. He's managed to embed himself in the floor. Yeah, Conflict Attack 4 versus XLs is like 10 meters or so, as has been said in chat. These put them. Stick these in here.
СЗ вроде никого.
Very confusing, the audio. Makes me nervous. That's all right. That's fine. Okay. Right. Okay. Maybe do go kill them first. Just to make sure. I'll be chased around horribly by these people. Hopefully I can't be seen through the window as well at this point. All the scav vests. Each scav vest, as long as it doesn't interfere with your packing or like stacking of stuff, then it's actually okay to take them. Yeah, 7,800 X3D has been treating you well. That's good. Please. How much money was made? So far, we're basically just at 60. And Monday morning, I had 41. So we've made like 20 mil in about 4 days, which is, I think, pretty good. That's a success for me. But more importantly, once I finish it all off, I'm going to show a breakdown. I'm going to do like a breakdown video as to exactly where the money came from, like which buckets it came in, which I think, yeah, as I said, I think that's like more important almost. And then again, like averages of how much per raid. Like if you run a scav factory run, how much you might expect to make versus just run through directly without like stopping to check anything versus, you know, whatever. And then how that combines with like the Bitcoin farm and using the hideout. I think it's interesting. I like it. I think it's cool. Is it worth it for the -4 ergo leapers? You can mount a laser. Maybe. I could put something on the top then, right? Yeah, it could be. You know, I might just go straight through so I can get out into the military academy bit. Where's the gap for this? One over here that's quite far. A bit further than I was hoping for. Whoa! Yowza. Hit in the brain. God damn. Alright. I got shot. I think once in the plate, once in the head. Have a quick check of these plates. How are they doing? They're actually fine. They're actually fine. Do you just have a flashlight on it? Yeah, I do. I've got a flashlight on in IR mode, which like shrinks down the thing, which is quite good. Wish could wear ops core side armor with the RSC. Nice sponsorship. Thank you, Spencer. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, we got the AMD sponsor in, which is fantastic because as I was talking to the agency about it, I was like, well, I always talk about the 5800 X3D anyway, so you know, it's a natural fit. Found GPSA and fast forward. I've only found GPSA. I haven't found the other one, MCC. Slight issue with the long SKS. Yeah, just because can't like fit properly around the corner. I should make sure there's no one in here. I don't think so, but we good. We good. Alright. Helmet clutching. You're moving secondary to not lose a round? Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Otherwise, I lose a round of BP every time I, redo it, which is just annoying. Every time I reload. But I've got it, it's top of mind at the minute because I've been doing a video about the RPD. And basically the RPD is kind of the same thing. Do you know how long it takes to reload the RPD? If you let the full animation play? 10 seconds. 10 seconds! Didn't they fix the IR buffer not using MVGs? Well, whatever they did, it's back. And it's, you know, it's not fixed. So, I'm telling you, it ain't fixed because I've tested it. But whatever they did, they reverted it. Either on purpose or by accident, I don't know. But the IR thing is it definitely works with IR. Even without MVGs. Surprisingly. I didn't accept. Come on. Hello, Ghost. Yes! We are indeed being sponsored by AMD right now. Which is fantastic. I'm actually really pleased. I'm really, really super pleased to get AMD as a sponsor because they're super high quality people. Obviously, everybody knows about them. And I use their chips anyway. I have their chip in my PC. If I was going to upgrade, I'd go to the 7800 X3D. So they have the Tarkov chips. Hard to fight against that, you know. All right, little roller, lovely. Anything else good? Let's see. We'll look for the high val stuff, and then we'll. What's that? A T5000. Interesting. I didn't even know weapons could spawn in here. Yeah. I think that's everything, right? I don't see anything else in here. Don't see anything else. When did this happen? I'm sad I bought my 7800 with your links. It's literally like, I've only just got this sponsor in now, unfortunately. Today is the first day. It's probably going to run for about 5 days on stream. Something like that. Something like that, yeah. I mean, I'd like to carry it on, honestly. Because I really believe in the AMD GPUs. Is there a GPU used for suggest film them, right? The 4060 Ti 16GB for the bottleneck there. I mean, that's better than mine, to be honest. I was saying earlier that the AMD GPUs, they typically have a bit more VRAM, which really helps for a game like Tarkov. I feel that AMD CPUs are just like, this is just my own personal opinion, that AMD CPUs are more valuable as like a player, and that NVIDIA CPUs are more valuable as a content creator, because you get things like NBank and stuff with the NVIDIA cards. So as like an actual player, like often the AMD one's quite good. But yeah, I saw there was like, yeah, I saw Toothy was doing some tests and things, but it's just like the NVIDIA ones are just like a little more creator friendly with the various like things that they've got. But as a player, the AMD ones are probably better value as well. Not just like performance on its own, but plot twist. AMD creating the keys to make an optimized game. Did the stuff? Yeah, exactly. You go and grab a drink from the shop. We head off on our way. We've still got to go like round the whole map to get to crash site. It's actually quite a long way from here. Max Energy is one of those cursed ones where it's like I'm happy to pick it up, but I half feel that like I'm sort of wasting the sale of it by drinking it in raid. I kind of want to find a 2-slot juice because then I'm not bothered about selling it. Or not bothered about drinking it. Ice green tea will do. What's your opinion about Stank Rat? I think he's a great content creator. I think he's like really, really funny, and he's managed to work out his little niche like in a great way. Like, has he increased ratting in the game? Like, maybe a little bit. Can't really blame him for that, though. I guess you can. You can if you want. I wasn't sure about him before, because I just didn't know anything about him. I just kept hearing about him. Like, time on raid. 20 minutes left. We've still got plenty of time. Plenty of time. I guess we have a couple of options. We can go and see whether the hive building has been looted. Do that. We could go to marked room because we're like kind of here. We can go over to the financial building on the way past the cinema, like theater cinema thing, whatever it is. Probably theater, isn't it? Probably theater more so than cinema. This way is kind of the way to the camping spot above Hive, so I feel like it's probably prudent to come through here first. There we go. Happy for you, thank you, man, thank you. Oh god, a flying PMC, D. Okay, so it's already been opened. Okay, so we'll go to marked room then. We'll go marked room. Yeah, no way increase it more than Exfil Camp or any of the others. Yeah, exactly. So like, I'm not that bothered. And also, you know, it's not on the players. I would say like you can play however you want. Like it's not on you as a player to decide how other people are going to play. Like, yeah, sure, you might influence the way that other people play, but like, so what? Do you know what I mean? Like, if you want to do that, then that's fine. Heard something. Not sure if it's a scav or actual like player up in here or something. There was a noise and then stopped. Okay. Probably a scav down there then. I would guess. Yeah, marked room is locked. Maybe it's time to make more people comfortable with coming out and publicly saying they rat and enjoy it. Maybe, sure, yeah, maybe. Maybe. Either which way, like, it's whatever, isn't it? It's whatever. I think it's also one of those things, though, when the meta's like that, it kind of makes you more careful. We used to have to not be as careful. Before. A 101. Probably less valuable than the Orsis, to be honest. Not that the Orsis is particularly valuable either. Hydra Shock. BBM. It's kind of a lackluster little room today. Oh dear. Lackluster little room. Thing is, like, ratting can be fun for people, right? Like, there's no reason why. Like, if you want to spend your time doing that, then that's okay. I tend to not play like that because I just find it a bit boring. But it's a good way to create content. As you say, like, Exfil Camper, you know, started kind of the trend off like a long time ago of that kind of thing, and was doing it for ages. And it's like, when you're just vibing with chat, you're basically doing a just chatting stream, but every now and then you happen to play Tarkov. I never hit keys, just scam the pistol runs for money. Yeah, you don't really need to. It's not necessary, especially on the streets. The only one that's like marked room's kind of fun because it's like, you know, the thing, like, oh, it's the marked room. So I wanted to give that a couple of tries, but yeah, it's not really necessary. Like, streets, you can make tons of money without having any keys. Like, it's 15 minutes. We haven't heard the BTR at all. I feel like it definitely isn't here sometimes. I never get that kind of mark to him. I've had some good ones. I've had some terrible ones. Like that one was a terrible one. Okay, so gonna go through this way. Maybe if we just come directly out through here, actually. Glad people are checking out the AMD stuff. Again, thank you to them for sponsoring the stream. After this raid, we'll go and have a look at the thing. Cause we've got to do the little segment. Well, this is actually kind of risky. All right, we'll go around the other way. Let me go this way. Go through the corner instead. I guess we'll check the computer. Every now and then they have a GPU in them or something. Caps and caps. Probably better than new. Cowboy hats, that kind of sucks. Maybe I'd get rid of that. Can't be bothered to check in the inside all the drawers. Oh my word. Ugh. Feels hard to... Oh, he's right there. Okay. There was one who went above. Actually, you know what? We could check courtyard. I didn't really think to do that before, but that's actually a good idea. Check the courtyard. Keeping Tom Scav. I need to get... Bloody hell. Is that Vapor Hunter? Or just a VPO? Was indeed a Vapor Hunter. Scary. BCPFMJ is scary. Scary times. Alright. Let's do this. See if it's up there. Courtyard is so irregularly up for me. Oh man, no. The whiff. Oh, it is open. No! No! Where am I being shot at from? Where the hell is he? Come on, the courtyard. Come on. All right. All right. Woo. Okie dokie. That felt like way more sketchy than it needed to be at the end there. Easy. Yes. Of course, of course. Actually quite a lot of XP. I didn't realize how many scavs it was. 7,000 is not bad. It was a long raid though, in fairness. I kind of wanted to go and check out the financial building and stuff, but like we just didn't get time in the end. Yeah, 7k is respectable. I agree. I normally think of a raid as like 4, like 3 or 4, like a decent raid. So 7, because 7 is like a low tier quest. Actually quite good in terms of experience. Like headshots just makes a big difference with scavs and going around the map killing them. If you get like 15 in one raid, like it's a lot. I want to see the BTR more though. It's a shame. Where's my BTR? I love the BTR. I've gone from being a hater to really enjoying the mechanic. Well, now that it doesn't just like murder you indiscriminately like something from Robot Wars. Okay, let's sell all of these boys. Boom. There, buddy. All of this stuff. Great. Cola, sugar. There's euros. Stims. The stims alone are worth quite a lot. Nade. Okay. Cool. Pair this guy up with a mechanic. Oh. Alright, it's fine. I probably can't repair this ULAC, to be honest. Nice. Okie dokie. Bosses feels good as well. Goons can give 10k easy. Yeah. Yeah, like I had one. Why can't I sell that? Oh, because of M80. I had one the other day that was quite good with Kollontai, and I ended up with like 27,000 or something from killing him and all of his boys. It was pretty sick. What does it sell for to the trader? BTR no longer shoot you if you kill player scouts. Doesn't seem to. I'm still not 100%. 60k. Is it even worth selling on the flea though? I'm not sure if I can be bothered. Sell it for the extra 10,000. It's like, is it even worth it? We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take the extra 10k. Yeah. I'll put it in like that just to get somebody else interested. So SG6 is damn expensive. Rims are also quite expensive as well. Roller. But lock up our offers. Okay, so I think that's everything. Yeah, that was a relatively straightforward one. We're doing like keys wise. We've got one more relax room. Marked room, I've got another 5. Another 5 uses. Too bad. Definitely made its money's worth. Like, how much are they actually valued at? 1.5 mil. I mean, the spear on it. Like, I got the spear on one run, and that was enough. That was enough. Okay, so yeah. Before we jump into the next one, let's go and have a look at this. We'll do that. We'll do our sponsored piece now. Let me just fix this. Hold on. So we go this one, like this. Take this. Here we go. So this is the site that it takes you on the. Oh yes, Green Flare. We'll do that in the next one. So this is where the site takes you if you go onto !AMD. So as I said, this is a sponsored stream. We've talked about it a couple of times already. But this is sponsored by AMD for their mainly this is basically their CPUs that they're trying to promote at the moment. Because you can save some money off, especially on this particular website. Now, we just keep coming back and talking about the 7800X3D just constantly. I have a 5800X3D. That's not part of this particular promotion, I'm pretty certain. But if you're going to pick something and you're building a new rig, 7800X3D is one of the best CPUs for Tarkov that exists on the planet. Like, it's basically the only one that you're going to run Streets well with, and lots of people in chat can testament for that. And if I was going to upgrade my PC right now and rebuild a whole new thing with DDR5, like I have to upgrade from M4 to M5 to do this, but I have the 5800X3D right now, and I'd pick the 7800X3D because it's extremely good. You know, all the others are like perfectly fine for, you know, various desktop purposes, whatever. I had like a 3700X like a long time ago, but in gaming, if you move up to one of the X3D CPUs, then they're just absolutely insane. So go and check out the page. You know, go and help me out. Go and have a look. Click around. And if you're thinking about the 7800, then you know you can save a little bit of money off on the site, and also potentially help me out a little bit too as well. So, you know, thanks to AMD for sponsoring the stream. It's super good to have such a high quality sponsor to, you know, be interested in what we're up to here. So there you go. Yeah, exactly. For gaming in general, the 7800X3D is a monster. It is insane. Like, even with the 5800, like, I can run every other game, no problem at all. It's only Tarkov that ever struggles slightly, and only on streets. Don't forget your green flare. We're going to put the green flare back in. There we go. Green flare is in. $57 X3D is awesome too. All the X3Ds. Like, they're all just amazing. That line is insane. I think just like that technology to stack up the cache, like it's one of those weird things. Like, until people started talking about the 58 in the first place, it's one of those things I just hadn't really given any thought to. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't really think about like cache in CPUs. Like, why would I? It's like not something we ever really looked at. We just looked at speed mostly. And then it turned out that it started to actually matter in some of these, you know, more hungry games. It's pretty interesting. The Vcache. Yeah, the Vcache is nuts. Why you're not equipping melee? I don't need it to smash any glass, so I can always pick up like a knife, I guess, for free. A free slot. Just a slight optimization, I suppose. Oh, that's actually... somebody's selling it for free monies. Obdorba's not very good. It's got this... I love the fact that... So, on Obdorbos, you've got this damage taken... where is it? The health... Yeah, health regen, chance 25%, minus 600 for 600 seconds. So, instantly kills you 1/4 of the time. This is also in Arena on the Rigi kit, but because they've only got so much space, it doesn't show you that one. But it still kills you. It still has the ability to kill you instantly. Just in Arena, it doesn't tell you that that's possible. I think that's fun. It's a very Tarkov thing to do. Have an instant death stim and then not tell the user that it's like even an option. But it could happen. Nikita not believer with health warnings, I guess. Or the claymores on... Well, to be fair, that wasn't Nikita. He said that was me. He even said that was me. Wondering also how the new H500 will stack up for Tarkov specs. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. I'm loving seeing all this stuff coming out there that actually makes like... It does make me wonder like why people are buying it for other things. Like, do people need... I guess like, yeah, you can run everything on like super high graphics or whatever, and like stuff that's pretty intensive. I think like as Tarkov creators, we just tend to think about EFT so much. It's just like almost invaluable at this point to have... to have a good CPU in Tarkov is just necessary. Like, I literally wouldn't have been able to run Streets before. I actually upgraded to the 5800 when Streets came because I knew that I was not going to be able to run the game. Which is crazy, right? I knew I wouldn't be able to play it, and I was like, well, we're going to have to do it, I guess. We're going to have to upgrade. Funny. I have to give the BTR try. I've been wrong like too many times. Yeah, I think they changed the way it works, the behavior, a bit ago, in the latest like patch. It was the one that they tried to fix and then they redid it, you know. They had to roll it back. It was that patch. The one they rolled back and then they put it back in. They fixed the BTR then. How to survive the first few minutes on streets. I can usually do okay if I make it past the start. Learn the spawns. Honestly, just learn the spawns and make sure that you just play around the spawns correctly. You just have to do that. The only way to do interchange tasks without facing any rats. I would say there are routes through the mall that you can take. I usually go I don't know. I feel like I just take the minimum path through the mall that I can, or at least through the center, and I stay on the ground floor. Like if I need to go in to get whatever it is, I go in through either Idea or Ollie, and not past any of the shops with the loot in them, and then you're less likely to find people. People are normally people don't normally just rat in interchange, rat through and through. Usually what people are doing is going around looting stuff, and then if you hear somebody, they stop and stay still. So if you don't go around the loot run, then typically you'll be able to avoid running into people like that, more so. Still on my RTX 3070. Oh, same here. I mean, I have one too. I still use it, right? This stream is being encoded on a 3070 and being played on a 3070 and also recorded. 3070 is still really good, but the VRAM is just a little low. Although the 8500 super awesome APU doesn't have the 3D V cache, but people are making videos gaming in 2K with onboard graphics. Interesting. Is this the how to make money video for YouTube? Yes, it's going to be. This is the research stage for it. Rats never go up top. I don't know.
I didn't realize my sub was up, then a chimerical hit me when I jumped. The volume diff is real.
Don't you hate that when ads are really loud in comparison? Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you for the tier 1 for 5. I liked how the text-to-speech read it out. The chimerical. Yes, I saw a video by Chuckles who compared the speed of collecting 20 million a scav on each map. Oh, that's interesting. I haven't seen that one. There was a hero that added 8 gigs of VRAM to the 3070 himself and it worked like a beast. That's crazy. Unsurprisingly, Reserve came on top. You say unsurprisingly, but I would think Streets would be that, no? Maybe Reserve... Yeah, I mean, Reserve is small, fairly loot dense, and you can get out quickly. Yeah, was it Reddit thread or YouTube video? That's an interesting topic, though. I quite like that one. Good idea for a video. But, I don't really play Scav on the other maps, so that's why I probably wouldn't make that one myself. There's a whole bunch of smaller YouTubey people in Tarkov now. There's a little growing group of people that I see pop up. I'd have to I can't think of any of them off the top of my head. I'd have to see them. There's someone called Kamau, and then there's Chuckles. There's a couple of people that I keep seeing their stuff over and over again. People who are starting to get some success doing various things. Oh, cool. I like it. I like the sort of the waves of different creators who come in and out of the game. It's quite fun. Okay, so this one is an interesting one. This is why spawns are really important. Who's that? What's a scav doing there? I'm going to use him as bait. That's why I'm just chilling. Because sometimes people loot this starting building. There was another scav as well down here. Usually if you're laid down, scavs don't normally actually see you. I'm going to move myself a bit closer to this car. Okay, well, depends on how fast they are getting out of spawn, really. They didn't take the bait of the scav, so maybe they're not there. New ad banner in the stream. Yes. Yes, for AMD. Today's stream is sponsored by AMD. We were just looking at the segment. That's kind of why we were talking about 5800s and 7800s and all that stuff. Because of the sponsorship. Thank you to AMD for the high quality sponsor. I love being sponsored by AMD. It's good. I believe in their stuff. Same thing, you know. Same thing with any of these things, right? As a creator, like if you can get sponsorship for something that you really like use yourself, it's like it's so nice. Okay, I'm gonna presume this is safe. Just joining. How's the money situation? We're just tipping over 60 mil at this stage. So we started at 41 at the beginning of the week. We're at 60 mil now, which is doing pretty good, I would say. Pretty good. Have a little check up in here. Or two things. Yeah, AI batteries, like sometimes it's surprising. Sometimes they go for like 15k on the flea for no reason. That's why it's called the money week. Haha. In more ways than one. 20 mil gain? Yeah. Hunter, okay, Nixor lands. This is good because this is like, this expands my slots a little bit, right? You get 2 more. Like slightly loot dense. Okay, so from this angle then, what do we want to do? Usually I poke through here. Maybe we'll do that. I don't like going this way. Like this way is pretty toxic. Like up this street I hate. And going through the middle of the buildings is like fine, but like post office is pretty what would you call it? Like pretty contested, I would say. And like walking around in the middle of the street is pretty contested. Like everything's just quite hard. Yes, attack 30, yeah. When I was building this gun, everything else was like really expensive, so I thought, screw it. We'll use the tack. Been following your example this week and gone from 5 to 15, most I've ever had. Well, there you go. Yeah, it's like, what if you put your mind to it, if you set your mind to it and you do everything, you do all the things that you need to do, then you can make money pretty rapidly. This is kind of the point. And this is the point of the whole experiment in the first place, just to sort of prove that that's possible. And for people who don't know how to make money, it shows them how. For people who do know how to make money, it kind of shows them the rough breakdown. That's sort of the aim. Yeah. So it should be interesting for everybody. Did you mention once you played D&D? Oh man, I played D&D like 1 or twice with my friends, my IRL friends. You know, this is kind of useless to me not finding raids, so I'm not that fast. I'll go back. D&D's way too slow for me, man. Like, I think I would need to play it in... I don't know. I don't know how I would get it to work for me. I'd have to play it in a more, like... in a way with, like, a very experienced DM, I guess. And, like, make the game move faster. I just find it too laborious to, like, get through everything. It's a little bit like anything tabletop, right? Like, I used to play Warhammer back in the day when I was a teenager. And it was just too slow. Like, as soon as I found PC gaming... I was like, man, the computer's going to work out all the rules for us. Like, ace. This is awesome. Like, why would I go back to rolling dice and whatever? Like, I know some people enjoy the aesthetic, but like that's just more about like goofing around with your mates than it is about like the game necessarily. In my opinion, that's a beautiful gun. I like it. I mean, I'm not a big like semi-auto person, but it's working so far. What do you reckon is the best bullet that doesn't sell out to max traders? Probably CBJ for the MCX. Or 762 PP. Don't have PP in here actually. I've got BP at the minute, but I've been buying PP. PP is very good. What else? Like M80 is just like super staple. Like it's just you can't really go wrong with M80. Do these ambulances count ambulances again? I feel like no. I don't know. 5.6A1 is like okay. I wouldn't necessarily like rate it as a top ammo, but like it's passable. It's fine. Fine this wipe. CBJ in particular is good because of the pen. Like the pen's better than... Like you're basically guaranteed to go through class 4. So like class 4 helmets and stuff, you just want at them with CBJ. And you can buy it from the traders, which is super cool. Let me think. Anything else of any particular interest? What about 76254? Now, is somebody upstairs or the outside? I just heard somebody. They're here, roughly. I feel like they might be upstairs. I don't want to ADS because they'll hear me, but... It was the tiniest little step. Thing is, they almost certainly heard me. Because I was walking around underneath. I think they turned or something. Okay. He was downstairs in the end. Alright. Did you try Baldur's Gate 3? I haven't yet, because it's basically a 100-hour commitment. Pretty much the reason why I haven't. Only reason is the human created world interactive role play. Yeah, it kind of, yeah. Reconnect with two old school friends. You see, that's the thing. It's about the social side, right? I wonder if there's another one. No. They look very Timmy. Sadly. Oh, 34, okay. They're just running like really budget. Like hyper budget. Maybe they just don't know the map? I don't know. Like serious budget. In this. BT? I mean, that's passable. Fair enough. The counter grabbing, yeah. First up, I got the Bitcoin farm. Probably got plenty of cash now then. Bitcoin farm is good for money. Even one card in there is very valuable. I imagine they went into here. This is probably the person that spawned over here. I would guess. I don't know, but I would guess. It's kind of why I'm always so defensive when I do spawn here. The I'm done line is kind of dark. Yeah, it is, yeah. A lot of the scav screams and those lines are quite dark at this point. Got our SMG. Quite nice to have a little combo, I would say. Yeah, I'm guessing this stuff was probably all looted. I would have done if I was over here. Can you give me for more Pathfinder first edition guide, min-maxing from 450 plus feats, well, with stat lines, classes, archetypes, and types. I have to get into something a lot to want to min-max it though, because I know what I'm getting myself into. That's kind of the reason why I haven't played Baldur's Gate, for example, because I know exactly what I'm getting into, and I don't necessarily want to involve myself in that, you know. Essentially, my streets questing loadout, and I'm level 41. I never go that low gear. At this point. I guess I just don't see the point, but to be fair, he was going to die anyway because he died BP. So it didn't really matter what he had. Start doing setup at level 44. Any recommendations? First wipe. I don't understand the 12 gauge calibers. Some for close range, some for long range. Would you advise for each distance? Well, slugs are long range, but they don't have much pen unless you can get your hands on AP20 slugs. Outside of that, BMG is the second best long range slug for penning through. But Yeah, BMG is the second best for penning through stuff. But a lot of people just use something with like really high flesh damage and shoot for people's like legs and things. I find that really awkward. So I'm a close combat person when it comes to setup. And you can either use a combination, like I use Piranha because you can just shoot at center of mass and they die. Flechette is the upgrade to it, but you have to craft it. And then the other alternative is just use like buckshot, 7mm buckshot, 525mm buckshot. It doesn't really matter between the two of those, or Magnum buckshot. Also, Express is fine. Like there's nothing wrong with any of those really. All of those are okay. That. Okay. But yeah, I use Piranha personally. Someone's been through here already. Oh, that's good or bad. It didn't loot this though, interestingly. Oh, you luck. I'm not going to put it on because it's kind of cursed. I do advise to everybody to rebind your lean though. These things, I'm buying these things anyway on the fleece. These things are worth like 16k to me. This is where we were earlier, where this person was like here. We'll go through the... Lol. Rebind your left-right shoulder swap. That's what I mean. And I have it just on a single key. I was toyed around with a few different ways of doing it. And in my opinion, at this stage, having it on a single key is really good. And like you end up using it a lot more that way than if you have it on like a modifier. I think it's just better. I think it's better doing it like that. This room has sucked for me recently. I don't know why. Been hardly anything in here. I meant shoulder swap, yeah. Yeah, I didn't mean lean. I meant shoulder swap. Ah, bottle of water. Perfect. FTX did a video. We did a pseudo hardcore run. He did really well and all he ran was FTX. Interesting. That is interesting. I mean, you can make this stuff work, right? So long as you use... As long as you use the things in the right way. Like you play around like your loadout. Then usually it's fine. If you're feeling evil, you can sit in dorms and keep hitting the exfil key. If you see dorms v extract turn green, someone has paid for the car. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can do that for sure. Shoulder swap middle click. I've changed mine to a mouse button. Oh, ah. It yoinked the bottle of water even at 59 out of 60. I know! What a pain! I don't know why it did that. looks more like a player scav loadout, this. Okie doke. Alright, so let's take this and this thing. Do that for now. Energy. Each of those are worth 15k, so it's right. Right, let's go back upstairs. Try and 545? Nah, I took it off someone else, so that's why I had that. Actually, you look helmets, funny raid. You can buy them. I think there's a... Is there a quest you need to do? I forget. It's high level either which way. Ophthalmo. Nice. Anything else? Yeah. Aqua M. Level 4 rank 1. I actually don't remember. Yeah, we killed the snipers up here already, so... Shouldn't be any over there. It's a good spot up here. This is like a shoot born in heaven classic, I think. Because you can see down the whole street. Is Beluga. There we go. I think the lean messes it up. We were talking about this on stream last time. If you lean, then it swerves bullets off to the left or the right, which is kind of a pain. Be a good time to have like an actual bolty or something. You can see all the way to car exfil. It's pretty nuts. Anyway, I probably shouldn't sit there. Gonna give you a bad time eventually if I just sit still. For that. One in the back. Yeah, I did see that, yeah. Yeah, so if we swap guns, we can install this. I'm trying to do this a little bit more, just like min-maxing a bit. In terms of my... using my loadout, you know? I was shamelessly camping relax room. Absolutely shameless. 30. See, what's this? Less than half. Less than half. So what? I'm going to unload this, put it in here. Quite nice to have taken a CQB gun from someone. What did you need to do? Faster we play Egg Bart is awesome. Which one is that? Would you make a Discord? I already do. Do exclamation Discord and you can find it. Lots of people who chat in there daily. In fact, lots of memes, jokes, funsies. And there already is one, of course. Any tips for killer? Don't bother. Being brutally honest, don't bother. Save yourself the hassle. Don't worry about it. Doesn't know how to kill killer? Doesn't know how to find killer. Never mind kill killer. Put the recoil powder on your 74 you. Oh yeah, I took it off, didn't I? Because I wasn't intending to keep it. Put that on there. Ah. 2 eggs for the class 6 plate for the Bastion. Oh! I'm not sure if I was even aware of that. Man, that sucks. Tool set's like not as good now. Killer destroyed me in Ghost on the other day. No, I literally haven't seen him. I just haven't seen him. I haven't seen him in this wipe. DVD drive's kind of rubbish. Am I going to eat? These are like 15k each. Hoses are not very good, I don't think. Actually, let's just get rid of the cowboy hat. It's just not very good bang for buck in terms of space. Give it as an actually fair boss. It's also partly because the map's small, so you see him like fairly often, you know. Bosses don't show up in the flea menu. Strange. Why don't you go for Street's high value loot? It depends where I spawn, honestly. I do sometimes. It depends where I spawn. It depends which rooms. I don't go for check 15 because anytime I go anywhere near check 15, it's just like complete killing field. I'd rather survive and get slightly lower loot than go up to check 15. It's just a sledgehammer. Who's all them boys shouting? Chasing silently for a minute. Ayo. Okay. Yeah, I'm not feeling the military academy. What extract have I got, by the way? Oh, I've got damaged house. Damaged house makes this quite easy. Those jams around 20k per slot. Definitely take it. Yeah, it's super heavy though. How much are they worth? Like 160? Aren't they like 10 slots? Isn't it like 16k per slot or something? Yeah, like I don't know if that's worth for the weight as well. There's the build I DM'd you about. Hey, nice. I'll have a look. Nothing that valuable in here, given them are kind of close to being full. I mean, I may well end up going to Mark Dream again. There we go. Let's scav this time. Running check 15. Exos locks, need PMC kills. Yeah. In that case, it's worthwhile, right? Need to do this way. I might have to give up one of these. That's not going to fit in here. Better way to pack this. The way where I get to keep everything. That can't fit this like this, right? Yeah, which is worth more, like the extra 2 slots or the fact that these are worth like 20k each? That's a very close call. Maybe I could just get rid of the Serve 12. Actually, does that help? I don't think the Serve 12 helps. It's because it's one of these that I need to get rid of. Let's just get rid of the Scout Vest. Let's just pack as much loot in as we can. Gives me more like optionality later. We find stuff of higher value. Because the Scout Vest is a fixed value. Good to play solo. I just don't really ever play. Box of M855 is probably quite valuable. I just don't really ever play duos. So at this point, like, I only really play solo. It's kind of, it's weird for me. When I play in a duo, I'm just uncomfortable because I spend more time worrying about where they are and like what they want to do than what I want to do. When I play solo, I just do what I want, right? And I go where I want. And if I want to play slow, I can. If I want to play fast, I can. And I just find it a bit awkward playing with other people because I then have to like think really hard about like, okay, where do they want to go? Where are they? Like, you know, how are we going to play this thing? And that would get better if I played a lot with a single person, but I haven't really done that ever. Yes, I used to play with a friend like a long time ago when I first started playing Tarkov, but I haven't done that for a long time now. So, I mean, we can just leave, I guess. It's 22 minutes that we could just go. I've got the Klimov doodad. Maybe we just leave. Raid's not been super exciting, particularly. There are quite a lot of scouts around there, though. Maybe we can go and visit Markdrum again. We are risking it. There's no need to do what we're doing. We also run into the possibility of getting the BTR. Be quite nice. Oops. Arrgh! Why is ScavTalk worth so much? Because people don't know that the barter exists or can't be bothered to do the barter. And that you need them for setup. That's really the reason. ScavFest plus Balaclava. The deal. It's the deal that you need for setup. And shotgun, obviously. Yeah, we're going to miss Military Academy this time. Who's that? Oh, I'm Punisher 4. Yeah, you're right. There's somebody at least like kind of close. Don't know where exactly. They were like through here. No. Set up Yushanka. It's Yushanka as well. Great. Well, that's the end of our stealth. Maybe it's just scavs. Right. Akana Tushonka. You'd love to see it. Hey, Punish 4 lights out turbo map. It's quite difficult, yeah, I will admit. It is quite difficult, Punish 4. It's a shame this doesn't come through to the next area. What does that say? Trollopoly. Once you oil off and play a lot with someone you barely need to worry about where they are, it works well, but then you do have to wait around a lot if they die. Yeah, there's all of that, right? The thing for me is that I enjoy playing solo with chat. That's like a thing that I really do like a lot. Solo with chat is great. Solo without chat is pretty lonely. Yeah, eat the Tushonka in the ice cream. No, I was going to, but I just got rid of one of these mag. Fine. You can't get through any of these, can you? Yeah, it's a shame, really. Try to eat an ES lamp. Crunchy. All right. Do this. Get in. We'll do Markstrom. We'll get out. That's the idea. Not to mention the user error for getting movement shoreline, getting 3 PMCs, trying to figure out why Punisher isn't progressing. Oh. I always check all the quests every time now. There's always scavs around this area. Alright. I never find this Mark Dream locked ever. There's my SKS. They fixed being able to jump in? I think so. I'm pretty sure they did, yeah. SA58. CSU. CPU fan. VSS? Probably worth more than that. Red flare. Red flare? Take it to throw it? Good. Let's see what else is in here. Spark plug. PS12B. Okay, that's quite valuable. What else? Played the fireman once and we had a panic attack. Thing is, I'll have to go outside to do the flare. Real. Yeah, it's pretty garbage. Pretty garbage. VSS 100k. Oh, yeah. I think I should... Is this still valuable? This is the gunsmith one, but it's like right at the beginning. I don't feel like it's that valuable anymore. Valuable about this. This is just the... I get rid of the... What's actually kind of rubbish? And most of this stuff's actually quite good. It's like 15k or higher. Probably the hose. The hose, I don't think they sell for 30 anymore. I'm going to get rid of this. And drop the gun. Take the VSS. Okay. And then let's take the flare. So I need to get to... What did I say? To Damaged house. I could like throw the flare down in damaged house to see what happens. I got down to 8. Yeah, makes sense. I thought they would be low. Makes sense. I should probably come in the way I came, actually, because... Where did I come in? It was over here, right? Ditch the AK mag. Good point. Good point. Was you about to flip you off? I don't know. Or wires. The wires like 20k. Guess they're worth more than like... What's the lowest value thing here? Probably... Oh no, I've got a hole. I've got space. Got space. I think for raking in money, you're doing 2 long raids. Yeah, maybe. The experiment's less about like the raids in and of themselves, and more about I'm gonna get rid of this serve 12. I think it's more about a hideout. Actually, that's like the main driver of what I'm trying to do. It's actually better. I think this is better than command. Oh, I should min-max this, really. Oh, I should do it. But then I have to drop that, and then it gets confusing. Whatever. Whatever. So 12 is 50k. With 11, though? I don't know if it's going to be 50k with 11. Because it's kind of pro rata, isn't it? Probably like 40. Hey, been a while. Just win my Earthy Gunsmith. Hey, no problem. Do I have an A battery somewhere? Hopefully not. Yo, Mr. Drake Zilla, how goes? How goes? We're just finishing up some streets right now. Welcome in, everybody. There's a lot of scavs. Always the issue with this area. There was one running there. How's raids been? Hopefully it's been going well. I'm doing a week of just like monitoring money. I'm not necessarily like, because we were talking about it just a second ago. Not necessarily trying to make as much money as physically possible. Obviously, I'm like kind of doing that. But I'm spending kind of too long in streets, really, because I'm sort of just enjoying myself. Running around and doing the things. Right. Let's just see then. Yes, hopefully you've been doing it all good. Smash streets all day. A lot of good murders. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, so I'm like tracking Bitcoin farm, Scav factory runs, hideout, like all of that kind of stuff. And slowly figuring out like just how much each of these things makes. We're not necessarily trying to prove anything. We're just sort of doing a bit of an investigation overall, as saying like, okay, here was the money that came from raids. Here's the stuff that came from the hideout. This is from the Bitcoin in particular. This is from scav runs. This is from crafting, that kind of thing, which is cool. I don't think I've ever stood on this before. I mean, you're probably better off lying down here if you want to. If you wanted to actually camp this area, you could lie there, I guess. I know you can't move from there. Okay. Never done that, but internal FPS. I'll turn it on for a second. Here it comes, baby. Yeah, so there's only 7 minutes left in the raid, so this is a good time to loot the thing. I haven't seen the BTR though. I really want the BTR. I've been doing a lot of Hello? That scav made a beeline for me. Look at these 1%ers being able to run streets. It's performing quite well right now. It usually performs really well at the end of the raid. At the beginning of the raid, sometimes it gets a bit crappy. Yes, Drake, I do. FPS CAD is sponsored by AMD. Might hurt myself getting off this. Let's get damaged house is right around the corner to the left. Probably, yeah. Could have done with my smoke grenades now, couldn't I? It's like the worst possible place it could have landed. Airdrop weapon. Now it's the difficult decision of deciding what's good and what's not. Like, this is probably better than this already. Got a couple of slots in here. The ASP sells for like... This is probably 10k's worth. Most of the stuff sucks. Melias and croutons, though, these are worth like 16k each to me. Croutons are worth 15. Yeah, this is really quite lackluster. Probably a grenade or something. ASP. I don't even know. Like, most of this stuff just is not good. It's like really, really bad. People don't even pay for these. I don't know. I don't even care to take the last bit. Airdrops are bad if you have 3. I know. MP9 mags. Whatever. I'm disappointed by that. Yeah, the weapons ones are pretty crappy anyway. Like, weapons parts aren't some of the best loot. You know? Just in general. So. Nice, just started. Any tips for settings? Are you having any issues? It depends on like your setup and how you're doing it. Like, I run it on one PC, so it's a bit more sensitive for me. Like, for me, like, you just want to make sure. It depends on whether you're using MVenc on the same PC. So, like, for me, I just make sure that like any multipass is off in encoding, because otherwise it can like overload. What else? Some people think Twitch still looks better, even though I've got twice the bitrate. I think sometimes that does happen. It depends on how YouTube decides to encode it. Have you got like, are the encoding settings like basically the same? I'm presuming that you're distributing in... Are you sending 2 different resolutions? I'm assuming you are. Because if the bitrate is different, then I'm presuming you are. Yeah, 5K? That's not too bad. All right. I actually lowered mine, so now I'm sending... how much am I sending to YouTube now? Whoops. Oh gosh. It's okay, I had a real hiccup. I am sending 30k to YouTube. Yeah, winging it is fine, honestly. Winging it's fine. Yo, Bob. Yes. We've got AMD sponsor for today. Good. Yeah, doing the RTMP thing? Yeah, it's the same here. Same here. I'm like trying to think like what else I would do. What else have I got on mine? I don't think it's like it's not that hard to set up, right? It's like it's not that complicated. You just like set up the thing and then press the button and off you go. Like, yeah, YouTube is a bit weird sometimes. Like, YouTube re-encodes everything, so I'm not sure, like, if you're watching it in, like, your native res, I'm not sure if it sends that to you native, or whether it already, like, automatically re-encodes everything, including stuff that is even native. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I mean, I haven't had too many. The main problems I've had is with things like, not being able to encode everything fast enough. But I was like, my setup was a bit strange at the beginning. Another issue that I have is Twitch sometimes disconnects when I load out streets. But the RAM cleaner actually seemed to fix that, bizarrely. I think that was a RAM like overloading problem. Or just like when it was unloading like memory at the end of the raid, it was causing Twitch to crash out because it was making encoding take too long. It was making it's just weird. I don't know why. It was making my GPU spike. 30k for ScavTalk is good. I made sure I wasn't doing some, yeah, nothing obvious I'm doing wrong. Like, so what are you in, like 40 and 40p at what bit rate? Like, I presume what 20 15 20k, something like that. Only 40p 20k. I mean, that honestly should be fine. And bank P7. What do I got mine on? I spent like I nearly went insane setting all of this stuff up for myself. Yeah, I'm on P4, so I'm like very, very relaxed with my with my encoder. It's because originally I was doing something kind of nuts. Yeah, see, look, these are like 16k. And the reason why I like these, by the way, for people who are doubting, is because of this sugar barter here. Because I'm buying them anyway for that. Hello, Perpezy. Sometimes these go for more than that, but we'll just get rid of them. Do a few of these high value things. Sell the cursed helmet to somebody. I'm talking about a PC I built 10 years ago. That's good going. Very good going. Yeah, so like 95k for 100 VSS. Because people don't really like them when they're like when they're damaged. Like, people will pay more, a lot more for good ones, you know. Only 23k. Akamaru is actually probably one of the like worst value for plus slot things that I had here. That around. Cool. Okay. So, what should we change gun? We've done with the SKS. I don't mind the SKS, but we changed to. Oh, I was going to try and build. Yeah, I was going to try and build something fun, wasn't I? Let me have a quick look at the MCX again. I'm just intrigued. I don't think this is going to be. I'll just open up the meta build for a minute, and then we can just start from here. So this was like the general build. I can't think of going for something loud. I'm not sure. And 2 PCs probably can max that issues. Yeah, because the issues I have is when my GPU goes to 100, it like chugs really badly and like causes the stream to have problems. 2 PCs sounds really painful. Like, I don't know what your experience is, Drake, but like hearing everybody else's experiences of 2 PCs just makes me not want to do it. Like, it's having one PC actually works for me. So I'm like loath to change it, you know? My wife wanted a new PC. She's big into sustainability. She looked at my machine and went, I want something like this, but in pretty. AVT and Scav disguise. I mean, that's kind of, that'll work. What I'm looking for, okay, let me before I just like start doing random stuff, let me talk you through what I'm thinking. So I've been enjoying the RPD, and I'm making a video about the RPD right now. And the 100 round mag for the RPD is one of the things that I find incredible about the weapon, because you can just like shoot forever. Now I'm interested to see whether you can build a build or another gun like 556 or something with the 100 rounder to use as a solo player and like use it legitimately, because now that recoil matters less, you can sacrifice the recoil and have a set like decent ergo despite having a 100 rounder. I mean, it probably makes more sense to do it with the 60, but even still, I kind of wanted to do it with the 100 just as a exercise. I swear by 2PC, but it's a nightmare to set up. So you don't have it, like, it doesn't break constantly or anything like that. I hear people say, like, Windows Update breaks my audio and blah, blah, blah. Broad tech reviews trying to find info on energy efficiency and longevity. 5800 with underclock. That's probably a good way. 60 drum? I know. 60 drum's like the done thing, though, you know? Did someone go nuts with the M4 with 100 rounders? Yeah, for sure. You need to take the suppressor off. Oh, that's a good point, actually. On the failure chance, wonky 100 bad. I don't know. Don't know. Yeah, because the RPD can't jam. I don't know whether people know this or not, but the RPD can't jam, which is a huge factor in like why it's just such a DACA gun. You know, with weight for 100 round, it should give a considerable recoil bonus. You know, mags like that used to, but people used to like people metagamed it so hard they took them away. Issue on the MCX is high fire rate. True. It doesn't need to be the MCX. It doesn't have to be. Could be anything, right? Could be like the MDR or something. Like, it doesn't have to be the MCX. But I was just thinking, like, I know that this works relatively well. To be honest, you're probably better off. Honestly, we're probably better off with an M4, aren't we? Should we just start with an M4? Because the M4, like, you actually at least have the options for doing lots of fun stuff. Like the MCX, it just doesn't like mod out the same. It just doesn't. So, shall we go, like, what is the best? Let's just start from scratch. Let's just build a gun. Have a think about this. Properly. MDR 650, yeah, I know. Reset your audio. Okay, maybe, yeah, maybe. How bad is the XP penalty for damaged gun? It depends on the gun, actually. Do a jailbreak build? Oh my god. You have to go for quite a high you have to go for quite a high optic to not just get like gassed out. Good on a 74U. I can't put 100 round on that though. How long from white? I would say at least 3 months. Right, so the X15 is the obvious choice. Anyone who watched my recent video where I just like trashed that poor guy's build for 12 minutes? Well, no. I wonder whether it's ever worth, like, if we go Viper, like a Viper M4, is this even like sensible? Let's see. Growl is obvious. Now, barrels, which one is the absolute highest ergo? Is it the shortest one, or is it like the Hanson equivalent? Oh, I guess it's 260. Is it too much of a recoil change, though? 3 recoil for 8 ergo. Oh, sorry, I'm comparing it to this one, actually. 1 recoil for 5 ergo. Again, like it's too low. Like the 260 is actually good value there. Yeah, so low pro is the obvious one, and then if we do this, if we go for I have to go SIQD shorty though if we do it this way. That's the normal 60. This is the 100. And then you go jailbreak, and then you go Bulletech, this thing. Where are you? On. ST6. 012. 95 random for 5 for 5. Oh yeah, that's the drum actually. Yeah, you're right. I think we're smacking the middle of the white. I think so, pretty much. You can mod an M4 out to 900, but be uncontrollable. Yeah, being able to change the fire rate would be cool. Where's the PP Bison? Which tech item case parts should I go for? Just check and see which one's cheaper. Like usually I tend to go for the Moonshine one, just because you can slowly work into that. Okay, I'll pick a Cobra for the time being. I mean, look, this is looking pretty hot, no? This is like certainly doable. I honestly don't even need to go as crazy as I have on the ergo. And we don't need to go this nutty. Which build? Which build? I think for that build, you should take a look at the heat generation and cooling stats. Are these any good for heat? I don't really look at these, to be honest. I don't have a compiled list of them all either. Heat, cooling. So something like that is like good, but you're gonna sacrifice so much though. Aim, point, and go. I'm just thinking, where's best bang for buck in terms of like improving the recoil a little bit. 64 is not terrible, but I guess the stock. If we go from 84, like what's if we put like something meta on, what does that even look like? Seven for 7? I mean, I think that's pretty good now. Thin pad or thick pad? Hard to know. I mean, at this point, you can honestly justify MOE. 55, 75. Like, that's still really good. Did you see the CQB pistol grip plus stock combo? Which one? They're typically not good. This one. This is not good, this one. 20 ergo minus 23 recoil. Whereas, like, this is like, what? 23, 4, 5, 25 recoil. This thing on its own is like 15 ergonomics. Looks very cool. It does. This is not about aesthetics though. This is like weird min-maxing. 86 ergo with 100 is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, yeah. It's very, very high. That's why I was saying it's like kind of unnecessarily high. You can do these as well. I actually missed this out on the video the other day. You can do cantilevers. You can add an extra 2 there as well. I go canted sight only. Oh, that sounds awful. Doesn't the stock grip combo short the gun in some circumstances? I don't think so. We like weird. And now, yeah, we just got to pick some kind of sight. Like, what sight we gonna do here? SC5 is just better. I know. I don't know if I can buy the SC5 though. It's like 1 ergo. I can't buy it. I can't remember what quest it is. This is like the good side. Get W max. Oh yeah, I need to go up, don't I? I need to go higher. We need to go higher. What about this thing? And they call it the tower. Let's think. What's good on this? SC5 gunsmith. Why do you need to go higher? Because this thing is gassy AF. I'll show you. I'll show you. Ah, okay. I've done something weird here. Which one's that? That's just a random SOP mod one. I guess we're picking that. Get out of the way, stuff. Oh, where's this one? Oh, it's stored somewhere else. I don't know. How's that? Can I not buy this? Why can't I buy that? Oh, it's just cheaper on the fleet. Okay. I mean, it's not too bad to completely change the gun. Boom. Assemble. Okay, no, it does have everything on it. Fine. Right, now we need I need a rig that's going to support this. Do I have an Osprey? No. I guess I could just go for CSA. I've got it to hand. Buy 2 of these bad boys. Let me just put some 5.6 in it, and then I could show you why it's like kind of gassy. Chunky boy. Yeah, I don't have any Ospreys. I'm surprised. What's the best at Max Trader's general use gun to buy if you don't have any ammo stock built up? Something that you can buy ammo for easily. Basically. Which is like 7.62 by 39 PP. CBJ, or the MCX, MA56A1, M80. Those are the best. Just because they're easy to get. 4x3, I know. Can we get a gun taller than wide? You actually can, yeah. Not too bad with the EOTech. Not too bad. Definitely could be worse. Right, you know what? A canted may not be a bad idea because it's like, well, I don't know. Let's see how this functions. I'm not sure because maybe it being offset, maybe that helps. I'm actually intrigued. And boss hunting, I think I need a faster way to fire than M80. RPD is fun. Oh yeah, it's still really gassy. Okay. Diogo feels insane though, we'll say. Like, this is nuts. It's just very obscure-y. Let's make it tall and then we'll see kind of like where we stand. What was a good idea here? We can make it a little bit taller with this, but that doesn't, it's not much. Just see if that makes any difference. Why is a canted T1? I guess so. I kind of want to run one of these though. That doesn't really help. Carry handle on rear. That's not a bad idea. That's like actually not a genuinely bad idea. But you can only put certain things on there. Where is the carry handle? This one. You can only put certain things in there, I think. One of these ones, I guess. Aramar. Hydroman is really tall. Like, really, really tall. Not necessarily so bad. Like, some we don't care so much about height over bore. Still, it's amazing how much gas there is. Like how flashy it is. There's the spray pattern. Yeah. Chandel. Yeah, we don't care about. Look at the glow, baby. Look at the glow. Yeah. Like, maybe we do just go for this combo. Like, maybe we just keep it simple, right? And we'll just do something like this. Keep it simple. Because if I'm firing long range, I'm only going to be shooting a couple of shots off anyway. So, it's okay being within the, you know, reticle of the Bravo. I don't like the hammer as much. Like, hammer's okay. But, like sure. It's terrible if you're firing lots. But then this one, that's not too bad. Gonna get to use that gun for one raid and then break it? Probably. Oh, look at this. It was meant to be. Our MOA increase. Look at that. Right. What have I actually got? I don't even know what I've got in terms of bullets. I have a single round of M95. I have M85. I have a little bit of 855A1. Oops. No, not blackout AP. That's dangerous path to blowing up the gun / just not being able to use it in this game. But how about this? We get that, and then we go 20. So we go 80 of those and 20 of them. How about that? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the stuff. That's what we're talking about. Oh, yeah. Maybe I'll leave that. No, let me extract these things. Okay. Cool. Well, it's been fun. Well, messing about. Should we just go? Should we go? Let's just go. Didn't you bring anything else? Or am I forgetting something? No, it just, yeah, it won't, as someone said here, as Division said, it just won't fire, unfortunately. It'd be quite funny if it exploded. Third 12B is terrible. This one, it's just because the ash is not very good. Mainly the thing. Aren't you the guy with that legendary BF clip from years ago? No. Max strength is broken shouldn't even be a thing. Probably. Best part of playing with someone, if you bring their stuff back, you could slip around a 300 blackout halfway through the M4 mag. Unless you name something generic in another language, do you remember it for something BF related? Like a BF, you mean Battlefield, right? It wouldn't be. Or are you talking to you're talking to Berger? You're not talking to me. Why is everyone slash a mess? Because on stream I don't want to sort it out. Have you ever shot Mutant with a drum and a BMD? Yes, it's good. Honestly, it's good. I don't have max strength, no. Settle stash defense for all the donation. Yeah, sounds great. That sounds great. Why not the 100-round drum for 100-rounder? Yeah, I don't know. Stanag style 100-rounder is pretty epic. Go-to build, fill it up with BPs. I prefer the 50-rounder in the RD, but the Mutant one is fun. I like the RD's 50-rounder. Hey, Box, no problem. I'm just a dude messing around with stuff anyway. I'm not a Giga Chad, so it's fine. I just talk about what I'm interested in. And a sight combination about twice as tall. Rail riser, the Nightfall's 34mm, the tall sight mount on the front, and then the square sight riser. That's crazy. No going prone with that mag? It's funny that you can. How's full-time streaming and YouTube treating you, Beef? Good. Yeah, it's good. It's treating me well. Treating me well. I think because I prioritize YouTube more than Twitch, I find like Twitch and streaming is like, I enjoy doing it, but if I was doing it like 8 hours a day, every day, it's like, it's very inflexible, you know? Whereas like YouTube, you can like do bits and pieces whenever, like, you know, write a script, then go have some lunch, and then come back, record it, and then do something else. Then, you know, if you work in the evening, if you needed to. Like streaming is like, you have to have these like big blocks of time that are like dedicated to the stream. And so it's working out nicely given the way that I want to live my life and how the stream and whatever interacts with that, which is good. Oh, way more on YouTube. Yeah, I earn way more on YouTube. And that's not to say that I make mega bucks. I just don't make very much on Twitch. But it's because I don't stream that much. So that's, you know, I don't. It's my own choice, really. I've seen someone using that with a bipod. Max extended, that would be good. Hello, Jess. Good morning. Good morning. Your stream is perfect for my morning work. Great. Good. Pleased to hear that. Did you build the shelves behind you? No, this was here when we moved here, actually. Good vibes is what we're after. 362, that's what we're after. Glad you got sponsored by Weetabix. I wish. I need to actually speak to them again. I want to actually try and get something done. At the moment, today's stream is sponsored by AMD, if you hadn't noticed. Because, well, you know, when they offered, it seemed like an easy thing to do because I talk about AMD all the time. People are always asking me about the 5800. I think it's X3D in particular. I think it's because I made that video that one time about like why it's the best CPU for Tarkov. Obviously now they brought out like the 7800 X3Ds, which I wish I had, but would require me to go and upgrade my PC and whatever. But probably one of the best CPUs for Tarkov. But anyway, nice to get sponsored by some of the big boys. Nice. And on stream too, because pretty much all the sponsors I've done so far have been on YouTube. Usually my Twitch is a little small for sponsors, but it's been growing, you know. The community's been growing over here. I think also having YouTube and Twitch together is good because it kind of, it basically doubles the numbers. It makes it more like, you know, valuable for people. But I'm not a big streamer by any means. No idea how you have the tenacity to be a full-time EFT content creator. Get burned out so quick after hitting 42. I never even play a month into the wipe. I mean, I think this is the thing. I take it quite slowly, right? Like you say like, I get burned out quick after hitting 42. I never play even a month in, right? Which means you're hitting 42 a month in. We're 3 months in now, and I'm level 44. Like, I take it pretty slowly. I rush up to about level 20, 25, 30-ish in the first 2 weeks, and then I play on stream, and I don't play outside of that, really. And I think that helps to kind of, like, stem the craziness. Spend the rest of the time just, like, thinking of fun ideas, like, putting together videos, and then, you know, a bit of streaming, whatever. It's, like, it's quite varied. That's also the thing that I like about it, you know? Because if I was streaming for 8 hours every day, I'd probably go insane. Whereas it's like 6 minutes. Come on, people. Someone's playing on a toaster. But, yeah, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, because the work is varied, so it's quite good. Quite good. Favorite shooter besides Tarkov? At the minute, I'm playing Helldivers, which is good. I used to enjoy PUBG back in the day, but... Right, I get spawned in here so often. Okay, we got ourselves on full auto. Right. They're definitely height overboard myself here. Oh, just chill here at the beginning like I usually do. Make sure we don't get jumped by someone. Got an X2D and a 4090. Still don't hit my monitor refresh rate. Yeah, I know. It's true, right? True. Got a stream item yet? Nah, no way. There's like loads of people who are way bigger than me that don't have stream items. Like Jesse's one that comes to mind. Like if anyone was going to get one, it would be him, right? He's like really huge on Livestream now. I don't play Tarkov as much as some other streamers do. No way. No. Private choice. Good choice. You also avoid the pit lag. Yeah, exactly. So we're pretty good here, I think. Let's just triple check that that actually works. So good frames right now. Picture in picture. We're going down to 65. But this is okay. This is performing all right. It's probably the way I'm looking, partly. Yeah, exactly. So yeah. So we get our red dot, but then we can swap to this when needed. Okay. I think we're good for now, right? We'll go loot this stuff. You can take it so slow, so achieve your professional goals and the money you need. Probably that's for great work-life balance. Yeah, no, absolutely. Because, like, my channel, I think the good thing about my channel is that it relies on some stuff, and I need to get to a certain level. But I don't need to be, like, level 42 in, like, 3 days. Not really necessary. And actually, in some ways, it's a benefit not to do that. Like, this is something that I realized, like, and I stopped stressing about what level I was at. Because all the people that are watching the videos are not level 42. They're putting out a video, like, from a YouTube strategy perspective, putting out a video on day 2 saying, here's the new Meta M4. Like, who cares? Because no one's there. You want to put that video out, like, 4 months in or, like, 3 months in. You know, like, right now, I'm talking about max traders. And, like, different guns at max traders. We just did one about the MCX, one about the spear. Like, there's no point in talking about that early because, like, nobody can even look at it. Like, people are less interested. They're trying to, like, grind up. So my goal these days is to be ahead of 80% of my viewers. I'm not going to be ahead of everybody. I'm not going to be ahead of everybody. I thought I heard a step then. And it's still possible. So I'm trying to be ahead of 80% of my viewer base, roughly. And then that kind of allows me to, you know, make interesting stuff, but also not have to, like, rush like crazy. So, looking forward to someone looting that gun and posting a YouTube roast video. The circle of life will be complete. That would be funny, wouldn't it? What backpack's your favorite? This one. This one is so light. I've got 2 things in it already, but this thing's 1 kilo. Eldivers 2 is great with friends. Yes, I've been playing with friends. It's awesome. It's awesome. We're playing, like, basically every day at the minute. Do people like Nolan? Well, the thing is, though, Nolan's, like, the guy, right? He's the news guy. You're actually where I am in the game. Yeah, exactly. And that's helpful, right? Because when I make a video, I'm like, okay, here's how you do whatever. Like, I want to, yeah, from a YouTube strategic perspective, you want to release the video about setup when the most people are doing or about to arrive at setup, you know? So cynically, you kind of want to be the same level as everybody else. Like, you almost want to slow down your progress a little bit. Unless, like, and that's the thing, unless you make a living on Twitch and your living is made on people thinking you're, or, like, knowing that you're a Giga Chad and, like, running around killing everybody at level 50 on, like, the second day of the wipe. And, like, that's fine, but it's just a different thing. It's a completely different thing. I've sort of, like, grown into Did I look in here? Yeah. I've sort of, like, grown into the channel, like, more so as time's gone on, just to, like, realize, like, what is valuable for people and stuff. Because, like, it's funny because now there's not that many people doing what I do. There used to be lots of people who did, like, Tarkov Science and stuff, but there's hardly anybody anymore. Like, mainly Airwing and me for testing, in terms of armor and stuff. But, like, how many other people? There used to be loads of people, you know? Like, Veritas used to do stuff. There used to be Voxy. Who else? There's, like, tons of people. Anton back in the day. Like, there's loads of people making lots of different tests and doing various things. Stuff that I used to watch as well, myself. But hardly anybody does it now. That's kind of good for me, I guess. Rather empty. Super backpack, low KOP. This one. Yeah, this one. This is insane. The pacing of YouTube business has been spot on. Thank you. I'm like getting better at it as well. Like trying to match the video to the time. Need to find your niche, exactly. Level 40 still only have 2 setup kills. Oh, the setup is a real pest. It is. Not an easy quest, that one. I haven't seen Veritas or Vox in a long time. Yeah, Vox went to go... He gave up on content creation. He was getting really burnt out. I'm not sure what... I can't remember exactly how it went down. But he got really burnt out and got fed up of it at the same time as wanting to go do something different. So he went off to join the army. So he's actually... part of the Aussie army now, which is cool. Good for him. Veritas plays all sorts of other random stuff. I still listen to Veritas quite often because he's like on the podcast with Jesse pretty regularly. So that's why I hear the trials and tribulations of Mr. Veritas. Veritas doesn't like Tarkov anyhow. I think that's putting it too basically. Like, you know, he doesn't like the way that they've like taken the game. I think mainly. I think this is the issue. Veritas gets frustrated because he thinks the game could be a lot better doing different things. But anyway, Anexo was my jam. Yeah, Dan as well. Dan's a solid homie. Yeah, because he went off to go and get a real job, quote unquote. Right. But he had some, like he said himself, he was quite open about it and said, look, you know, there were things that you needed to do to get ahead in content creation, and he kind of like was just doing. Not the bare minimum or anything, but he was just doing like what he wanted to do. He didn't want to do some of the other stuff that was like kind of necessary, or like, you know, seemed kind of necessary that he wasn't really that keen on to get ahead. He was like, yeah, fine, so I'm going to go do something else. A grizzly? You missed a Tetris? Where? Oh yeah, Tweak as well. I forgot about Tweak. Yeah. He's been changing up his stuff too, right? He's doing some other stuff now that he's moved to the States and things. God, it's Propital City. Victor some Chad, Tactics some Glorious. Was level 50. Yeah, I wish, you know what? I wish I could watch some of the big, like, the top guys a bit more. I do. But you do learn a lot from watching other people who are good play. Worth going for weapon enhanced skill when you repair the item. Not really. In my opinion, it's just a bit of a. It's just a bit of a thing. It's a thing to do. It doesn't really matter. Like, it's not important enough to focus on, I would say. Oh wait, why am I doing that? What we got here? Nice. In the building you've been before was on the floor. Well, the one right at the start. I'm trying my best to look properly. I find it hard to be looking properly and also playing. And like reading chat is what I mean. Gabba's got Sanatar at home. Yeah, I know. So we're basically full already. I need the bloody BTR to turn up more. Think about to repeat the same angle from Glorious. He's a legend. Glorious is a god. He's a god at the game. But he's so humble with it. I respect him a lot. Oh, look at that, baby. Yeah, Fretty, that's interesting. Yeah, it's like watching both me for some relatable stuff and then also some other people for at the higher tier kind of gaming. It's interesting. Like, it would almost be like some of you guys are probably in a better position than me to, like, you know, analyze my game and be like, hey, like, this is what I don't see you do that I do see other people do. In fairness, I play in a different way though. I don't play in like a high octane way. Hey, Rod. Especially at the minute, like right now, I'm actually just really enjoying just like wandering around, chatting to everybody, and just like making money. And it gives me like an easy goal to just like work on. And I'm making this video as well, so it's like kind of straightforward. You know, I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't think it's valuable. Water, I guess. Drink it all. This is the moment all the hackers locked on to Giga. Yeah, I think it's because I had to slow down a bit because I just had some like terrible streams on on labs, and they just made me not like they made me just genuinely like not enjoy playing for a bit. A new competition too, for example, Tickle Me. Oh yeah, Tickle Me Pigs for making some stuff. I do find some of the things he says interesting. But it's good that there's more people coming into the scene to add stuff to it, right? Because like it's boring if there's only like, you know, if there's only me talking about it, and it's a bit dull. It's good that other people are trying. That reminds me of Swamp Fox. I love Swamp Fox and stuff. Yeah, he makes like more movie type stuff now, though, doesn't he? Than anything else. I never really got into the like. Ooh, who's that? Like a scav. Never really got into the making the movies. I did that one about playing hardcore. That was fun. But outside of that, like it's hard. It takes a long time to edit these things. I think that's why Swamp takes so long to make his content. I wonder if it was a scav or something. Oh, it looked like a scav, but at the same time, sometimes it's hard to tell. Right. Yeah, how to do with super aggressive players at Russia and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I hear that. Kind of makes sense. It's like going like me playing arena. Like I've been enjoying playing arena. I've been getting better for it for sure. What keys do you bring now? At the minute I'm bringing these. I'm not really using many of them, to be honest. But most of them are like Concordia, Beluga, which we just used, the Military Academy one, Real Estate. You get sponsored by AMD? Yes! Today's stream is sponsored by AMD. Oh, he's been offline for a while. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay. I literally just see it like sometimes when these things pop up. Has health issues, can't post a lot. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. I didn't realize. I don't follow him like super closely. I wasn't aware. Oh no, that's that scab behind. I've gone the bad way for that. Okay, it's fine. We've got a tin of peas, it's alright. Arena's great. All I want is sandbox practice gunplay. Like if you want it to just improve your gunplay in the main game, then like it will do that. Like it will definitely do that. Spark plug and ruse? IFAC. Okay. Vaseline. It's not really worth anything these days. Can't see that scout though. The thing about Pinewood is that it's good. Another IFAC. IFAC's everywhere. But I sometimes feel that you're mainly wandering around just trying to find just like all the bags, you know? Or the duffel bags. Just to gamble on getting good loot. Okay. Yeah, people are so critical of Arena. Yeah, I agree. I think that's because like it can be better. It depends what you wanted from it. Like, yeah, if you just wanted a sandbox like I did, then that's fine. But if people wanted like a proper competitive mode that was gonna, you know, be like CS:GO or whatever. And I think it could be done better too. Like it's fine, but it's not the best. I think it's fair. That's fair. A lot of the criticism I think is fair. My major criticism of it is that, in my opinion, this mode lives and dies by its pro scene, and I feel like they've not done the pro scene any favors by just like sitting on the tourneys and not releasing anymore. Ellsworth, is that? It depends. They fluctuate. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Right. I kind of just keep going the same route over and over. Yeah, and I could go down to the military academy. I don't think the loot in there's not been that good. If I have to go into somewhere kind of compromised and like maybe meet Kollontai, I feel like the loot's got to be kind of better than it is to incentivize me in, you know? Okay. Can I be shot from here? I don't think so. Nails 222k. Yeah, see, it depends on the day and the time. Like, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. Jeez. Okay. Go this way. Going to Nikita's bar. See if there's anything in there. Oh, I'm really stuck. Come on, Vault. Come on, Vault. I hate it when anyone let you vault. It's annoying. Super, super annoying. Well. F, indeed. F for me. That tree can't be penned, apparently. I took 2 PS to the chest. I was hoping that I'd be able to shoot through it. Tree's so inconsistent. That was like the thinnest tree ever. It was a player? I know. It wasn't a scav. It was a guy who just motioned me twice. EU? Yeah, I'm EU, yeah. I think not suppressing this is worse than the overheating. We were just doing it for fun. Like 60 round is a meta for a reason, right? Ah. It did look like a scav. Yeah. True. People also hit me through the trees. When I shoot the tree, I never hit them. Yeah, who would have thought that tree would provide such good cover? I know, it's like a tiny little like thin birch tree or whatever. I was like shooting 5.5 through it. AVT and Scav disguise. And then do what with it? Then do what? What exactly am I going to do with it? I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Like go and like try and bait player scouts or something? I'm not sure. All player scouts is buddying up? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And then murder them. I like the plan. Arena needs to have quest XP challenges. True. Anyway, what was I saying? Like, Arena needs more tourneys. That's the whole point of Arena. They need opens where anybody can join. Anybody feels like they could potentially go and compete and go pro. Like, you don't necessarily go pro, but you know what I mean? Like, compete and do the thing. At the minute, we've got like 6 teams, and that's it. Oh no. Got a back end error. Let's open this back up. Time to test that tree a second time. It's either that or hop on Arena for the end. Maybe we just do that, just to chill. Like, I don't really have time for... I definitely don't have time for another Streets raid, that's for sure. Limiting tourneys to streamers. There just needs to be a route where people can go from... Like, just enter, right? Either enter as a team or as an individual or whatever. Some way of, like... I guess, like, the community tournaments are kind of like that. But, like, the BSG need to put more push behind all of it. Make it into more of a structure. People are constantly crapping on the state. I'm not sure putting more tourneys makes sense. Because it's still fun. It's still like, you can still compete and do the thing. Like, you need to actually play it in the competitive mode and then make the changes to the competitive mode. Because, like, a lot of people are playing it just like... It needs to be driven by the top level, in my opinion. Oh, I need to... You know what? Let me cancel this. Hold on. They've added a new thing, haven't they? They've added the announcer volume. Match except screen volume. Okay. There we go. Fix that. I keep forgetting to go and change that. Like, the first tourney was fun anyway, despite the fact that the game has issues, you know? It's still quite loud, isn't it, that? We'd love to see... We need to be a clone of CM. There's like lots of ways it could go, honestly. People say the fact it's TDM makes it uncompetitive. It's about the fact that it's got symmetric game modes. Like, symmetric objectives. Which is one issue. Because it leads to both teams not wanting to go for the objective, right? Like, CS has... You have to plant the bomb. Like, Search and Destroy is you plant the bomb... What am I on? Chop Shop. Okay. I should have done that before I picked the kit. You go and plant the bomb and the other team has to defend. But the onus is on one team to go and do the thing. Like, having it be stalemate-y. It forces the cleanup crew to exist. It's just like the whole thing's really awkward. Got a cool poll. Yeah, they've been polling people about Arena. Right, let's give this a go. I'm not very good at Chop Shop. I typically die on Chop Shop a lot. What team am I? Red. Boys. I'm gonna follow this guy. Oh my god! The flechette cannon! Does the berry have a chance? No. SLA after Arena talks about implementing a bomb defusal mode. I think the way that they did it means that cleanup crew has to exist, you know? Also, like, there's no point in the money in Arena. I just think the way that they've done it is just not really that necessarily that well thought through. I can see what they were going for, but like they've tried to reinvent too many things, I think. Follow him to your death, dude. The flechette class is gargantuan. It is, yeah. It can be if you hit your shots. This is the best tier class, tier 1 class. I like the UMP one, yeah. Yeah, healing animations needs to be shortened. Like, there's no point. I've actually changed my my hotkeys on this. I changed my keybinds on Arena because there's no point healing. How is he not dead? What the actual? Okay. 301 in 7. Nice. Yeah, healing animations need to be a lot shorter. I think the progression system is now okay. I feel like there needs to be more like options within the classes or something. Like part of Tarkov's beauty is the being able to change your kits and things. I feel like there need to be like variants of the same preset, maybe. Something like that. Yeah, when you change a keybind in Arena, it changes in regular game. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I wish it didn't do that. I wish they were separate. But I don't know enough about Arena shooters to know what they need to fix. Like, for me, Arena is, like, okay. But I do get the thing about the cleanup crew and the symmetry of the objectives, which makes the cleanup crew, like, have to be a thing. Like, if they change the game mode so it was... just make it search and destroy, or at least give that, like... give it a try as the competitive game mode. That might actually be a good way of like fixing the game. I don't know, because it's a tried and tested format. Like, it's how most of these shooters work, right? It's how CS works, it's how Valorant works, it's how COD works. Like, you don't need to reinvent the wheel completely. Like, you can test out these other game modes without like... What? Are you serious? Holy crap. Those arena has no respawns. Limits possibilities. Yeah, there needs to be more game modes, right? There needs to be more game modes. There needs to be a TDM with respawns, free for all, whatever. Like, all the stupid, goofy game modes, they need to put those in too. And they need to, like, let go of the idea that Arena... Like, if they want it to be anything, like, sensible, they need to just get rid of the idea that it's, like, part of the Tarkov universe and that it's got to be, like, in keeping with the lore in every single aspect. Like, Arena has to be its own game, standalone. Like, at the moment, it's just sort of attempting to be too many things. It's trying to be an Arena shooter at the same time as being dragged along by Tarkov's lore. Like, it just doesn't really, like, match up, you know? Oh, yeah, because J for the radio is nice to have. You have to make a change in your setup. See. Yeah, I don't think I've killed anybody yet. I literally haven't killed anyone.
Yeah, get a lot of fucking gas.
I don't think I've killed anyone.
Fucking ass. Start of there.
Make this guy quiet. I think I'm probably playing too aggressive. I wonder if you can get on this and not on that. Oh, well. Let the team carry me. I think being able to purchase elements in the kit would work. People would crazy min-max it. You could give them some options though, right? Like you don't necessarily need to say like you can buy anything. You could just give them some options. That's all.
Jeez, they're on our fucking ass.
Tarkov lore holier than Swiss cheese anyway. Well, it doesn't like it's more of a feel thing. It's less of a lore thing, and more of a feel thing. Oh my god, I'm terrible. Need to make a for fun game mode themed around Tarkov. So there's like two sides to this whole conversation about Arena. Like, on one side, they need to fix the competitive bits so it's actually competitive and doesn't have game mechanics like the cleanup crew. It was a good idea, it was a fun idea, but it doesn't really work in practice like when you take it to its logical conclusion. Then on the other side, for the average person who doesn't care about playing competitively, to be honest, like me, really, I just want to like run around and shoot stuff. You need more game modes that are fun and just entertaining. That's my opinion. This gun is too concussive when you start shooting. I'm just terrible at this map.
Jeez, they're on our
Last
fucking ass.
last time when we were streaming, I played Bowl and I went 12-2, which was like my best
they're on our
arena
fucking
raid
ass.
ever. But like, I can't play Chop Chop. I'm terrible at Chop Chop. I think I'm too aggressive. I genuinely think I'm just too aggressive. Like normally I like die and then I'll be the first person on the team to die. Because this is the thing, I just want to run around and shoot people. He dead as well, no? If you just like, if you chill out a lot more, the kills tend to come a bit easier, I find. You have to kind of try hard a lot more. It's kind of annoying. Weird. There you go. I just want to run around and shoot people, though. How'd the money maker go today? Pretty good. We tipped over 60 mil. So I think we made like now 20. Yeah, we made 20 mil total. I haven't sold everything from today yet, but 20 mil total from Monday morning through to like now. So it's going pretty good. Yeah, EFT has the most in-depth gunsmithing in game. It's missing in arena. Yeah, I think they missed a trick there. Yeah. It's funny because like the map being so tiny. Ow. Oh. Lo and behold, we go slow and now we're winning. I just want to mess about. I'm in trouble here a little. I need some more thorax HP or I'm gonna get done. Gonna get done in. DTP Green Spark, thank you for the prime. Ugh, arena. It's good for improving skills. And I'd rather play... I like playing a little bit of arena. Honestly. Are there any boards in here for the number of teams? Oh, yeah, it's 2v2. Okay. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do that. I'm a nugget. UMP is in the scout tree? Yeah. Where did my dude go? Oh, nice. Best nugget on Twitch. The Labor Gomez. I redeemed myself slightly in the last 2 rounds playing slower. Which was an RPD class? I think so. Rose skin. But first I'm tuning in on a live. Hey, we're actually nearly about to finish. We're just about to finish up now. That's why we were just playing a quick game of Arena just to finish up. But thank you, appreciate it. Thanks for jumping in. I got the power. A lot of grinding. Where is the RPD kit? I don't know. It's probably an assault, I would guess. Or CQB. Probably CQB. There's a PKM. PKP. Oh, is it this one? Ox. RPD with the Death Shadow and an AVS. Ah, they fixed this. Ah, that's much better. Kind of. Yeah, no, that's an improvement. Yeah, that's okay. There we go. They've tabulated this now. Okay, that's much better. I don't know when they fixed this. Okay, good. Yeah, I've mainly been doing Scout. I did all of these guys, and then I'm unlocking this thing. And then I did a bit of Marksman. I've nearly unlocked this RFB, but like I find Marksman really hard. I'm not very good with semi-autos, especially in Arena, like in Arena's maps. I've not played Assault at all, and I've played like this line of CQB, but I decided I just didn't want to go down this route again, particularly. So I'm like kind of close to unlocking tier 2. So to play tier 2, you have to have 5 kits unlocked from the next one. So I'm nearly at this one. And I'm nearly at this one. So then I just have to do like one more, and that would unlock it. Yeah. I don't mind the unlock system. I think this system is okay now. I think it's fine. Yeah, just about to watch a video from a year ago on Grenadier. I was wondering if you got a good way to do it now. It's honestly still impact, but you're just going to have to like farm grenade boxes to find the impact nades, unfortunately. Like you can't buy impact anymore. The other alternative, I guess, is to buy Vogs and just throw them at people. But I mean, I suppose like probably one of the better ways of doing it is like using the KS-23, flashbang somebody, and then throw a grenade at their feet with the underarm. That could work. You could do that on factory. You could probably do that quite quickly. Like that's how you do flashbang kills anyway, right? You run in, you flashbang someone with the KS, like you craft the Zvezda flashbang rounds, flash them when they run into the wall. You just tickle the Vog at their feet. That would work. How are all the updates? Honestly, I think they're much better, right? You pick a kit to unlock. Like you say, oh, which one do I want to unlock? This one or this one? And the XP goes into that. You can use any of the presets to unlock it. Like it's quite fun to play. I've been playing it like on and off. I've played like 37 games. So, you know, I've been trying to play a game every day. I've been trying. But, you know, I've improved in my own shooting for sure by playing Arena. Do you know that if the new reflex sight with Iron's integrated laser gives you hip fire spread? I don't know. Maybe. Thanks, Daniel. Do different presets give more or less XP? Nope. Because it's based on your the XP you get in the actual game. Flashbangs. Yeah, it's the flashbang like, round in the KS-23 shotgun. I have to go on something to play Cobra. Which one's Cobra? Is that one the... which line is that in? I forget. Maybe it's Scout. Or Marksman. Oh, yeah, Scout, yeah. With this thing. The Val. With a Thor in it. Yeah, it's quite a nice kit. Quite a nice kit. The reason why I ended up going down Scout mainly is because half of these ones, like most of these, don't have headsets. Just I find it impossible to play Arena without a headset, honestly. Like the first time you get a headset here is like there, maybe? Is it Paratrooper? No, Paratrooper doesn't get one. I think, do you get one here? Charged? It's a headset. And then Bunker. But like, this is very few with headsets across these two. It's really annoying. Same as CQB. It's just painful. It's painful to play. Because on Scout, most of them do. It's like, all of these guys do. This I've not played this one because you don't get one on this one too. Sawbones gets one. Like, all of these get one. I just can't play with that one. I really can't. Use all black gears and go up in the rafters in factory. Oh yeah, important to learn grenades properties. There was a really good video that somebody did about how grenades roll. I can't remember who did it. I can't remember. Somebody did. Gendarme is a good class. Yeah, this is my favorite one. I think the two most powerful ones. I think Gendarme is one of the most powerful classes because you get some armor, but you get headset. You get the UMP, which is like pretty decent. And this has got 25 pen, so you pretty much always kill people. In Tier 1 on Arena, you can't have a Class 4 piece of armor. There aren't any. So 25 pen is actually really powerful. The other ones that are quite good are... I think Champion's actually decent because you get AP 6.3, but the problem is you get no armor yourself, which is a bit of a suck. Vichaz is not terrible. This is all right. Because PP19 is quite good, but it's PST, so it's slightly worse than on the ammo itself. Cowboy thinks all right, and then there's from these kits, like the shotgun ones are quite decent. Like Section 8 is Piranha, that's quite good. Merca is Flechette, which is also this is amazing, really, because you get class. Oh yeah, you get class 4 backplate, but class 3 front plate. But you have the Tor 2 as well, which is like not very good on the helmet, but the face shield is full, so this blocks like a lot of stuff. So Merc is actually really good. I would argue Merc is better than Section 8. Has better ammo. Oh, this one does have a class 4 front plate. Okay, maybe I stand... Oh, no, but it's not full, is it? It's 30 out of 55, so that makes it a class 3. And then you get class 3 face shield. So, like, it's, you know... I don't know. They're kind of equivalent, really. You have a Discord server? Yeah. This command should work on YouTube as well. Let me try it. Maybe I didn't put it in. I thought I had put that command in. Oh well. Oh no, it did work. It just took a bit of time. Took its sweet time. Right. Okay, well. Anyway, guys. Guys and gals. Is it a game where we respawn after death? No, we were saying this, that they should add one, really. It'd be good if they did. No. They haven't. They haven't. I wish that they had done. Okay. Right, let's go and hop over to Gino. I will be back tomorrow for ScavTalk, given that it is Friday tomorrow. We're doing another ep. All the interesting things been going on this week. Go say hi to Gino for me. Thanks for hanging. I guess this is the last stream before the end of the money run. So yeah, we made like 20 mil, and I'm going to be making a video about how much money we made, like where the breakdown came from and all that kind of stuff, which is kind of fun and kind of cool. I'm going to carry on doing like some scav runs and some crafting in the background to just like finish it off and see where we get to. But yeah, we've ended up with like 60 mil, which is way more than I normally end up with. But I guess like Bitcoin is like crazy this wipe, so it's a little bit unrepresentative. But I have actually tried harder. Like I've gone from 6 million to 60 million in like maybe three weeks or a month or something. Maybe 3 weeks. Which is crazy because I actually put my mind to it and was just like, right, let's do it. So anyway, have a good one. If I don't see you tomorrow for ScavTalk Live, enjoy it on Monday on the podcasts, and have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and I'll see you around. Ciao for now. Bye, everyone.